host Cyrus, joined by Quan. This is a show where we talk about NXT and AEW. How we feeling, fellas?
Well, there's only one other fella, but I'm feeling all right. I watched a lot of wrestling this weekend. I had a lot of shows to get through. Not only did I watch Dynasty, I also had to watch. I didn't have to watch, but I also watched Rebellion. Honestly, very
What's Rebellion?
TNA Rebellion.
Oh yeah, you didn't need to watch that.
Very brief review. I'm gonna give real quick. The three matches that really stood out to me. Jake something versus Mustafa Ali was very strong. Speedball Mountain versus The System was also very strong, and Hammerstone versus Josh Alexander. If you guys want to watch some good TNA, those were the three.
What is Speedball Mountain? Who's the mountain?
Trent Seven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're kind of a lower card team, but they had a good match against the System. You know what? I always knew Eddie Edwards was a good wrestler, so I wasn't like him and Brian Myers make a really good team. I really enjoyed their work together. But yeah, that was Rebellion, real brief. But other than that, yeah, I've been watching a lot of wrestling. Clearly, I had a lot to catch up on for the spreadsheet. But also something more in your wheelhouse. I finally started to play my first ever Final Fantasy game. I've never played besides like the Final Fantasy like 7 demo when I was a kid when it came out. But like besides that, I've never played like a full Final Fantasy game. I ended up buying Final Fantasy 7 remake. Play like
This
an
is your
hour
first one?
First ever Final Fantasy game.
That is you know what? I was gonna say that's a crazy start, but no. Final Fantasy, I feel like Final Fantasy like 7 remake is like where they want the new generation to like hop in. So I think you start.
Yeah, I do like the mix of kind of it being like a action RPG combined with the how they handled the spell casting system. I don't know how current RPGs do it, but like
That's a pretty old thing, but
that's
no,
standard. Okay, I don't know how that shit works. I'm kind of only like real like I played like couple turn based RPGs in my life, so like, but so I didn't really know how that worked. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed the first hour. I only played like an hour, like I said. I beat
I
like the first boss fight, and that was pretty much it.
it's the
But
gateway, bro. For first you play this, then you get Rebirth, and you're just like, damn, how does the story finish? And then you spend $5 to get the OG one, and then you'd be like, man, that was so fire.
I
What else is
I
there? And
almost
then you
I
check
almost
all
bought
of
the
the
OG
others.
one first. I was really close to doing it. I'm gonna do the OG one first. 'Cause I
Honestly,
remember when I was a kid, I had the demo and I would play it a lot, and I really enjoyed it. But
it's
I was a kid, so I couldn't afford it. But
it's good. Um, yeah, I downloaded. Wait, Justin would have to verify if I played remake then the OG. Because I think I'm getting the order wrong, but I definitely because what is it? When did remake come out? Because I feel like
2020,
2020, but like how early 2020?
I don't know exactly. I just saw it when I bought it. It said 2020. I didn't realize it was that old
A
already. It's been 4 years.
April.
Okay, so yeah, exactly 4 years.
Mm, I'm gonna say I played this one first and then I did the OG and I was just like, yeah, I definitely played remake first and then I played the OG and I regret nothing. I thought that was great. And then I played like 8 and then 10, 12, 6, 2. Like I do want to play like the older ones, but I don't want to pay for the pixel remaster. I might just emulate them shits for real.
Did the Pixel remaster?
For like 1, 3, 4, 5, if I ever want to play those, but I might just emulate them honestly. Like when I played Final Fantasy 2, I played the Game Boy Advance version and 1 and 2 came in a pack.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, I don't care about 1 at the moment.
I don't blame
That
you.
yeah, that's not the one I want to base my personality around at the moment. So yeah, so no, but this is a good gateway for you to once you finish this, you're gonna be deep in the hole and be like, oh, well, how fully can we get?
You think so? We'll see how this goes. I'll definitely end up buying. You know how I am now. I'm slow with games. Like I don't play it that
I
often,
mean,
much as I'd like to.
if you real, you ain't even gotta buy
Oh, you feel all right, I feel you.
it.
But I'm just like it's gonna take me a while to even get to that point, so we'll see. But I did enjoy what I played. I'm also speaking of Game Boy, that little emulator app on the iPhones. Now everybody's playing. I've downloaded Pokemon Fire Red. I haven't played Pokemon Fire Red since it came out in 2004, and I am so proud of myself for remembering all it where like all the secret items were and shit. Like if you like press B
Mm,
behind like the house or whatever the fuck. I'm like so proud of myself for remembering that 20 years later. Like I was like, man, I don't know if that just shows like how good my memory is or how much I played this damn game when it was out. But
probably a
man,
combination of both.
yeah, yeah, it was nice little nostalgia. But man, I must have been more patient as a kid because grinding to level up your Pokemon takes forever. Like I was like, man, this is taking forever. Like when I was trying to get to the first gym, like that took so damn long. But yeah, no, I'm having a good time playing that as well. So I'll play that like when I'm waiting to pick my kid up or something, and I'm waiting. You know how kids are; it take forever to do it.
And
Well,
get
you
out of
would,
school
yeah, you wouldn't know, but it's just how it is. You got to sit there and wait for your teenage kids because they don't care about your own time and what you have going on.
because you're not
But
gonna leave me.
I might shit at this point
You're not gonna leave me.
catch the bus.
Punishment for their actions. But what is it? Yeah, no, I downloaded the emulator thing and I saw a tweet that everybody was just like, oh, everybody downloads it, take the screenshot, and then never look
And
at
then
it
never play
again.
it again.
I definitely did that. I probably gave it like two sessions in like one day, and then like I haven't looked at it since. And I'm playing a Final Fantasy game on there, but like I downloaded a whole bunch of like JRPGs and shit on
Yeah.
there.
With the emulators, like with those kind of screens, it's
Yeah, no,
hard
it
to like.
sucks.
It has to be a game where you don't have to do a lot of like quick movement. You know what I mean? That's
Y-
why I think
Yeah,
Pokemon's a great kind of best kind of games for that because you don't have to like you
yeah.
can move at your own pace. You know what I
There-
mean?
yeah, there's a lot of like DS games and stuff like that. Like I feel like if you're not playing a JRPG or like a RPG on there, you are
It's,
insane. Like
yeah,
I don't know, like I feel like even playing like a platformer on the phone is kind of
you're
nuts.
bugging. If you play Mario
Um,
on the iPhone,
yeah.
you're wilding.
Uh, Yee in our Discord said that you could plug in a controller to the phone, which I have like one of those. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah, if you got one of those, then it's like perfectly fine. But I haven't tried it out. Like I did not get I didn't even give it like those two sessions were probably a total of like 7 minutes.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, no, I want to check it out. There's a and they said they're gonna start doing like PS1 and like Nintendo 64, like j just up to that generation. Like I guess like emulators going to 2001 on the phones and
How would you do a N64 game on your iPhone? That's
my thing
that's because that's a lot of damn buttons in
my
a lot
thing
of
is
weird places.
yeah the thing is that like not to get into the phone wars, but my younger brother who has an Android phone,
Yeah, they were doing that. I would
um
do that like 10 years ago on my Android.
yeah, because like you could seriously plug in a DualShock controller into like he would plug in a DualShock into his phone.
Yeah, I was doing emulators on like
Like
2009 iPhone. I mean Android phones and
yeah.
shit.
Like what is it? I remember way back when he came to visit us, like on his phone, he was playing like Tekken Tag.
That's
And I was just
crazy.
like, yeah. I was like, that's nuts. Especially on the phone, like that sucks. Um, but yeah, no, that stuff is really cool. But no, I haven't gave it much. Because like I'm not really a mobile gamer. Like I know like I play Snap and like what is it? Justin got me into like Runeterra, which is Runeterra is actually really fun. But like an actual game on there, shit kind of sucks.
My hands start cramping up. I can't do all that.
Yeah, no. Luckily, the game, what is it? I'm playing the sequel to Final Fantasy 12 on there. And luckily it is like sort of turn-based, but I could already see myself having trouble if I like have to fight multiple enemies and like try to move the stylus and all that sort of stuff. But
Yeah.
um we'll get there when we get there. I might not even get there. I might just watch a playthrough of it, honestly. Um,
Yeah, no, that works. That works too. I've actually never done. I think I've done that for maybe one game ever. Where, like I just watched somebody do a playthrough. I think I watched like the Rad Brad one time back in the day.
oh,
Shout out to
oh,
the Rad Brad.
OG, but no, I watch people play plenty of games like games I never really like planned on like buying myself.
Yeah,
And then long form YouTube content is fire, and actually that's something I actually wanted to talk about on the podcast. I was thinking about it a lot. Um, I like podcasts. I like audiobooks. I do enjoy like long form content, right?
yeah.
But now I'm like, I don't, maybe because I just listen to like, well, I can't say I listen to a lot of podcasts. I think, mm, like the thing that's like a must hear in the rotation is like the A show. That's probably like it. Um, but YouTube is that shit. Like video essays are that shit. But the stuff I really been getting into like during the week, like, because these videos are like 4 hours, 5 hours, or sorts of shit like that, is
Yeah.
watching people do D&D, like tabletop RPG.
I used to go to sleep to that. I forgot the damn what's the big channel?
Critical Role.
Yeah, Critical Role. I was watching one of their little joints
I'm
a couple months
I'm
back.
I'm rewatching one of their like I'm not rewatching, but I'm trying to go through it because I think like during the pandemic I watched like I even have it in like in my YouTube history thing. I
Yeah.
watched like 6 episodes and I was just like I'm kind of tired. But like now it's just like it's like a shot in the veins. Like I just keep wanting to listen to like more stuff. And that's a lot of reasons why what is it? I haven't really been listening to like the Future album or like a lot of new music. Um because I was listening to um
Critical
Vampire the
Role.
Mass. No, not Critical Role. It was something else, but like I finished this old it's not really that old. It like finished like a year ago, a few years ago. It's Vampire the Masquerade, LA by Night, and then like New York by Night. It's a different tabletop game, but like I finished 5 seasons of LA by Night, and then I finished 2 seasons of New York by Night, and then I was just like, shit, man, I need Mo. I know who got it. And it's been a minute since I seen Critical Role. Like I finished, well, I hopped in campaign too, like late, but I finished that and then I kind of just like stopped watching since like, the characters I like are like no longer there. Um, but now I'm back in it. I just need to hear, I just need to kill the dead air.
No, I get it. I go through phases like that as well, where like I won't listen to music. I'll like listen to like you said, long form content, especially like
Hmm.
on YouTube. I'll I listen to like a lot of like political commentators and just kind of see what they're talking about. Um, yeah, or you know what else or you know what else I've been watching lately? I've been watching like videos like people just like play Marvel Snap and like looking at different
Oh,
decks and stuff and what they're doing.
I can't do that no more, bro.
Whatever the trendy deck is.
I
See what I got
mean,
going on.
bro, there's not much going on, bro. Like this season is like, what is it? Um, Iceman or Yondu, it's a Cable, it's a Gladiator, it's a Baron Zemo. Um, what is it?
I'm
Red
getting a lot
Hulk,
of
hope you don't get Shang-Chi, and then Red Hulk. Like,
we're getting very niche here. If y'all don't play Marvel Snap, none of this matters to you. But briefly, I
yes.
just want to say I keep running into damn Deadpool decks. That's
Oh
what I'm
man.
getting a lot lately. I'm getting a lot of those. Just straight up Deadpool
Because those never
constantly.
change. And then
Bro.
everybody wants to pull out Gladiator. Okay, pull out the Deadpool, bro. Thanks for the two. or pull out my X-23. Thanks for the one energy.
Hey, they did something to Gladiator, bro. Back in the day, Gladiator used to like more than not like hit. Nowadays, if I use Gladiator, I'm getting cooked. They'll pull out the worst card every time. I'm like, come on, dog.
Yeah, because they're what is it? Everybody's running like beefy ass decks.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
And then yeah, I don't know, man. I can't really say I've been having a lot of fun on Snap lately, and I think that Runeterra has been a lot more fun. And then I don't know, it's just like you just see certain like decks or whatever, and you're just like, oh my fucking lord. And then the Zabu nerf got me
That
real
hurt.
sick to it got me real sick to my fucking stomach.
That one literally ruined the deck I had. Like a straight up just ruined one of my favorite decks, like off the rip. I was like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah, I was playing Justin in the Guardians of the Galaxy deck. Since they like buffed all those.
Yeah.
Real expensive deck. Doesn't work without
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 Zabu.
Zabu. Um
Well, didn't it? Cause didn't we are way too deep in it. We got to stop this in about 30 seconds. But yeah, didn't they drop the price on Star Lord?
yeah, no, they didn't drop the price, but what is
Oh
it?
no, they upped the damage. That's
No,
right.
no, no, all Guardians get the +4 if you guess right instead of like the plus
Yeah.
two. I had a lot of fun with it. I was on Conquest. I was kind of cooking niggas because they were just like, nigga, Guardians. Nobody's expecting that. And then like Zabu was really holding that shit together. But that's enough of Marvel Snap. I'm playing Runeterra now and I'm having a lot of fun. Um Snap can learn a lot from Runeterra. Like you could really play that game for a really long time and not like really do any PvE. Um and I'm rewarded very well while playing it. There's a roguelike mode that makes it very fun. So I like playing that a lot.
I'll look
Um
into it.
it's cool. All right, let's get into these trenches.
Let's get into these trenches, baby. What's something to
Uh,
talk about?
hold on, I have to tweet this Jungle Boy thing because I thought that punch that he gave Tony Khan is hilarious, bro.
I can't wait to talk about that. That boy did a back bump. You know what? I'm not even mad at the back bump. It was a decent bump. It was just really funny the way he reacted.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro,
I'm not,
that whole
I'm not,
segment was so fucking funny, bro. I don't like
we'll
the
get to it.
in
We'll
the
get to
yeah,
it.
we'll get to it.
Um, Tony Khan was asked about Mercedes Monet's health, and then he said she will be cleared at Double or Nothing for a singles match, which just tells me she's not cleared right now, and this is why they're all doing all these little stupid, silly shenanigans where she's constantly talking and not wrestling, because they put her out there when she is not ready to go.
Which is interesting because on the first night she did get physical.
Yeah,
She did her whole move, didn't she? Am I bugging?
she
Did she
did.
do her weird finisher?
She did put the beats on people. Like it might have not been like extremely physical, but it was just like she was out there like putting hands on people, and I don't think that's
Yeah.
something that she should have been doing if she wasn't cleared to wrestle. Because it sets up a false expectation of that she's going to.
Also, I think like liability wise, I don't think that's the smartest thing, but
Oh,
whatever.
whoa. This is the safest company in the business, baby.
Yeah. He kind of just couldn't confirm without really confirming it because what would
Hmm.
Tony Khan be if he actually confirmed something? But yeah, he basically just like, yeah, she's not ready to go yet. But I mean, hope we got what 3 more weeks, 4 more weeks until Double or Nothing. So
Yeah.
hopefully she's good to go. Otherwise, I don't know. Otherwise, I don't know what they're gonna do. For Mercedes, they can't. I mean, that's still like 6 more weeks of talking, just talking.
And
um,
she's terrible at it. Like, this is not what we love you for.
yeah,
Well,
we'll see how that goes.
we don't really love you. Let's start there as well. Um, but yeah, no, I don't think that was smart for them to like really like I don't think that was smart for them to do that. Like just straight up, I don't think that was smart for them to like really start this program.
I guess they just
Um,
really wanted to do those numbers in Boston. Didn't they do like they did what like 8,000 I think.
yeah, they did some big chunk of change.
It was a pretty good number for them for AEW. So I understand why they wanted to bring her out in Boston. It's just unfortunate that Yeah, she couldn't go. I wonder if they thought she was good to go, and then maybe something like there was a hiccup in the recovery time, or they
I
just threw her out there with no plan. I don't know.
that's what it looks like to me, bro. They just did a really silly move. But yeah, so we don't know when she'll be ready, but she will be, I guess. Um, what else we got? The
Drew
Drew,
Gulak.
yeah.
Dave Meltzer speculated on his show. We said, I don't know that he, Drew Gulak, has been fired, but when I ask, it's like, well, if he hasn't been, he probably will be. So yeah, I mean, it's not looking good for him. Put it that way. Uh,
I
to be honest, I'm very shocked in that name of releases that came out recently that he
that
didn't
he
get
wasn't
released.
there.
I don't know if that they can legally do that. If that's like some kind of like retaliation or some kind of law. I don't know how that works because I don't even know if he's in trouble or not. But I mean, as far as we know, kayfabe wise, he's been written off TV. He has nothing to do with No Quarter Catch Crew. It seems. I don't know if they're just waiting for shit to die down or what it is.
I
Personally, if I'm WWE, it sucks. You don't want to see people lose their job, but like, bro, we can't have this. Not right now. Not with all that's going on. That's not a good look for you right now.
I
It might be a
I
situation where like you got to go. Just to
yeah.
set an example, like
I just want to say that I find this very confusing. Like how Gulak is like, bro, why'd you do that to Ronda Rousey, bro?
yeah, especially if you don't even know her like that. Like what? I don't like,
Like
and
I
yeah, it's and
mm-mm.
I don't think she's lying about it at all. Because like, why would she make that up about Drew Gulak of all people in such a weird scenario and all of that too?
It's
It doesn't sound. I don't know. Just
it
I don't think
doesn't
it's
make
worth keeping.
sense to
It
me.
does not. None of this makes sense. It has to be like his excuse of what happened or his retelling of what happened didn't make sense to me. Like I don't know, man. If I were WWE personally, I would just let him go. Maybe one day in the future we can talk and maybe he can come back or something. But right now, no.
I,
Or at least have him have to do some kind of like like sexual harassment training or some shit or like some kind of like rehab. I don't know something. They have to do something. They can't. They have to be proactive about this. They can't just let it die down. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Not in this era of WWE with the Vince lawsuit going on.
I'm just Quan, it really puzzles me that like he wanted to reach for a handshake and touched her drawstring.
No, no. She said pulled her drawstring. But yeah, if you're talking about from Drew Gulak's perspective, that still doesn't make sense. Why are you?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
is your hand that low?
Like,
And why would you? First of all, that's bold of him to even do that to Ronda Rousey. She might rip his arm out of the damn socket playing around like that.
that and it just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, none of that makes sense.
But yeah,
I,
that boy cooked.
that boy's cooked. I
I'm
don't see.
sorry.
We ain't gonna see him on TV for a long time. Oh, let's put it that way.
I'm okay with that because I didn't like no quarter catch crew anyway. I didn't think that they were I don't think the Gulag was doing much for them. So um yeah, we'll see what happens.
Stuff
I
breaks.
wanted to reach for a handshake, and so I touched her drawstring. Like, Quan, that don't sound crazy, bro.
And this is the crazy thing. This is the wild part, right? No, first of all, there were witnesses. Nobody's there. No one has outwardly said, "Oh yeah, that's what happened" at all. Number one. Number two, like it's customary in wrestling to shake everybody's hand when you go in a room. So you're doing hundreds of handshakes a week, probably. You know what I mean? Or at least
Hmm.
like fist bumps or some shit. Like I like I just feel like you would know proper like handshake etiquette by this point, especially a fucking veteran like Gulak. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
I still see how you can make that mistake. I really don't. It's not
Yeah,
adding up for me. The math ain't mathing. I'm
like
sorry.
it,
You could
it
Gulak. Sorry. Sorry,
yeah,
bud.
it just don't make no sense, bro. Like it's Jover, bro, and
Yeah.
it's okay, but it's not okay.
It is what it is. It's life.
Yeah, you're cooked, bro. Um, I just don't understand how you got yourself in that predicament. But let's move on. Oh,
Marigold.
I feel like this could have been in last week's.
This is new stuff from it's more so
Uh,
Meltzer kind of just confirming
yeah, because
that there
what
will
is
be a
it?
working relationship. Because we just kind of speculated last week, but this is
Hmm.
like the confirmation. Like, yeah, they're going all the way.
Yeah. Also, what is it? His shit normally comes out on Friday.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay,
They
go
have a
ahead.
working agreement. WWE flew Julia and Rossi Ogawa to WrestleMania to make a deal. Ogawa is attempting to get Io Sky and Kairi Sane and Marigold for a major show this summer that will be announced shortly. Julia is expected to be working for both companies for a time, but eventually moving to the US. Whether this happens or not, Marigold is expecting to work with WWE to have Julia appear on a few big shows per year. So kind of about what we spoke on last week as far as what the relationship would be like. I could see WWE sending some other girls over who maybe aren't doing
Yep.
much, just
I think
having
we
to do a
like we
couple of
said on the
shows in
pod.
Japan.
What is it? Stardom alumni, a lot of those people and whatnot. So I'm not surprised by this at all. It's literally what we said was gonna happen.
Yeah. Also Kenny Omega had some kind of vague words about Rossi Ogawa. That's not really my
Hmm.
wheelhouse as far as what's going on with Rossi. But he didn't straight up say anything, but he definitely implied some dude was on some weird timing.
Okay.
It was one of his like Twitch stream joints. But I don't like. Are you more
Yeah.
familiar with what's going on with that?
I'm not familiar what's going on with that. I think that is like one hell of a allegation for Kenny Omega to say. I will say that
But he didn't even say anything. That's the thing. People
but
just kind of like I was
he
reading the comments. And I'm like, oh,
he
okay,
he hinted he hinted at it enough
foreshadowed.
for people to be like, oh,
Exactly.
he's like a real creep or whatever. But I think that like Rosie works with so many women, and I personally have not read any allegations that were like said against him or anything like that. Even when I saw that tweet and I checked the comments, nobody mentioned that any like Joshi person was just like, oh, he abused me or touched me or anything like that. Um, the only piece of evidence that I saw in the comments is this video where he's like doing a house tour. His house is like Meltzer style.
Ugh.
I don't know why people do that. But like um it's him, it's Siri and like somebody else, and he's just like, oh, this is like one of my prized possessions. And then he pulls out like one of the like the magazine books that she's in, and then she's like laughing and blushing and shit like that. And people are just like, oh, that's so creepy, he's a creep, oh this and that. And it was just like he's clearly teasing her with the book.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
that's like clear it's easy. Like you guys are taking this like it's clear that it was a lighthearted joke. She's in the room. That's probably really not her thing, but she just does it for work, which is just like, yeah, whatever. But like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's something that'd be like, oh no, man, we gotta check the hard drives. Like, I don't think like that was that serious, but that's just me.
I got part of the quote right here. It's just like this was on his Twitch stream that he'd been doing recently, playing Tekken or whatever, or Street Fighter, whatever game he's
Hmm.
playing. Said from someone who lived it, breathed, who has very close friends in the industry. I don't necessarily mean the wrestling industry. I mean the industry. I don't know what that means. The government issued press, the
Like, what does
information
that
they
mean?
know. I'm just going to leave it at that. I would say don't be quick to listen to praise for that individual because someday, I'm not sure when it will be. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday people will know the truth. What they do with that truth, I don't know. Will they share it? Maybe. A lot of higher ups in Japan, they know exactly what. It definitely like to me that's it's like when you got that friend who's like the kind of the big conspiracy theorist. Like, well, they are doing this, and but they never know. Like, you can never really explain like what
Or
that
prove it.
is. Yeah, or prove it. It's like all just kind of speculation. But like, I know people who said this. Like, you're not like I'm just in
Uh,
of the agreement. Like, don't bring shit like that up unless you like are about to back it up, especially like
yes.
on a public forum like that.
Yeah, and then also I would just like to mention that is he is no longer affiliated with Stardom anymore. So like any higher ups up there are, they don't really have to keep like, his secret anymore.
Yeah,
So they could talk
here's a little bit
whenever.
more. Here's a little bit more. So some of those people are in. Oh, sorry. What am I looking at? Oh, it's not just I decided to wake up and not like this guy. If you want to know along what lines they tread amongst, the dude flat out said, "quote We're looking for girls ages 13 to 21 that don't have a boyfriend and aren't married." End quote. We already know he puts underage girls in very revealing swimsuit calendars and books. I wish that's all he did. Let's put it that way. I don't know. I don't want to say anything. I'm not going on record to say anything. I don't want lawyers barking at my door. That's why I don't want to say anything, even though you just said
Stand
something.
on stand on that
I don't.
shit.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like if you're so sure about this, and like people actually in harm or people who were abused by this man, I think you
Exactly.
should. I don't think you should be playing these kind of games. That's where I'm at with it. Like if Rossi did that kind of stuff, then it's fuck him. But like you can't play around on some shit like that. Like that's somebody's reputation right there.
Yeah, and he says like
Fucking with.
he don't think lawyers are gonna be at his door, but they're
Yeah,
gonna be at your door when you say some shit like that. And then sorry, I'm just scratching the fuck out of my arm. Um yes, the swimsuit thing is weird, right?
I don't know
I
anything
wouldn't
about that. So
I would like it's like the Stardom lookbooks where the roster is like on there, in bikinis or whatever. But I would just like to mention that that's like that's kind of a Japan thing. Like
yeah,
that's not exclusive to like him.
it
And then
it, it
like
don't make it right, but yeah,
yeah, but
it's
no,
culture
no,
out there. It's cultural.
yeah, it is just like what is it? Bushi Road. They're the entertainment business. Like
Yeah,
uh
we've seen all those pictures, like old pictures, like Io Sky and a thong, whatever she's doing on
yeah,
online.
pick the pictures that his fans fucking love to post from time to time. But excuse me. But like yeah, that's like a like it's an industry thing. Like that's how Bushi Road operates. Like K-pop, J-pop, or whatever. Um, that's just what happens. And then Kenny Omega's just like, oh, that shit is weird. But you know what else is weird, bro? Your relationship with Riho.
I'm not getting into that. That's too. I don't know. That's messy. That's. I'm not getting into that one. I don't know nothing about that.
A lot of people could say a lot of crazy shit,
I just
but
don't like. I don't like people playing those kind of games when there's people like when there's actual victims involved. I don't like that. Either
like
say it or shut the fuck up. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, like say that shit. Stand on that shit, bro.
Yeah. If you're gonna say some shit like that and put that on somebody's name, you better. Yeah, you gotta stand on it.
Like yeah, like you just can't say that shit and then just be like, "Oh, man, I'm just
You know what I mean? I don't want
I'm
to say
just
too
saying."
much. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that.
Like, come
Like
on, bro. Yeah, say that shit for real, bro. Like, especially if there's like victim involved or like whatever. And I know it's like, it's like their story to tell, but it's just like
yeah.
then kind of don't hit at like some crazy shit like that.
You can now it's gonna be the same thing with the Vince lawsuit where you're gonna start people just speculating and putting things on people's names without any kind of real proof. It's gonna be nasty like witch hunt type shit.
Yeah.
Again, it's not productive. It doesn't help the victims in these situations. It doesn't do anything. Just fuels whatever feelings you had for that person based off of unspeculated. I mean, just like just speculation, really. Unless you got some proof, which Kenny straight up said he doesn't. I don't know what you want. I don't know. It's a
Like,
mess.
why would you even say if you have like
Yeah,
no
why even
proof?
bring it up?
Like,
Yeah, I don't get
and
it.
then you say you
On
don't want
Twitch,
lawyers.
where you know it's gonna get. reposted everywhere.
Yeah, and it's just like, bro, you can't just say like you just can't say that and expect like nobody to like kind of like take you seriously or anything like that, you know? Like
Yeah,
these are serious allegations that you're putting on this man.
yeah,
You either back that up or the lawyer's at your door. And when the lawyers are at your door and he win that lawsuit, niggas not trusting a word you say ever, bro.
yeah. He finished it off with basically like I'm with Oscar, so whatever that means, whatever beef Oscar has with him. I
No,
know
she probably
they got something going on. He said I'm with Oscar. That's what he said. So that's it for
Oscar
that. If there's any more development,
Oscar hated the industry as a whole.
well, when she wrote that tweet, she's like, they made stardom because of me. I was like, that's kind of gangster. I go, they
Yeah,
did that because of me.
she yeah, no. I don't think she hates Rossi for any other like I think she just hated the industry as a whole. Like I'm not really she thought that shit was lame.
They did you see that picture of Rossi with the Kabuki Warriors and
And she's like mad far away from him.
she's a man. She's like so like I do not want to be here. Fuck this nigga.
Mm. Like I feel like she like doesn't like that nigga on like a professional level, not whatever like level that like you know like money is involved. And I don't know. I never read that Oscar manifesto thing or whatever when she aired out the whole industry. But like yeah, Oscar hated like she hated the shit in general.
You know what? Underrated. Oscar's an underrated tweeter. I feel like she doesn't get talked about as like great wrestling tweeters. She's up there because every
But
once in a while, either she'll do some like crazy kind of flex, like also if you know type shit, or she'll just like going off on niggas.
mm-hmm.
It's one or the other. I really do appreciate her Twitter games sometimes. It's
No,
actually under very slept on.
yeah, Drew be trying too hard, but nah, when Oscar politely asked that person, "Can I block you?" I thought that was hilarious, bro.
My all time favorite Oscar tweet is the "Do you like black men" one. She said, what she said
Yes.
like he has like three exclamation points. Like, that's what I'm talking about, Oscar. That's my girl. Oh man.
I
Um,
fuck with niggas too.
congratulations to Ruby Soho, who announced on Rampage this weekend. Her, and
Who
Angelo
hand Luke?
Parker, Cool Hand Luke, they're having a baby. So congrats to them. That's exciting news for everybody. And on a personal note, on a more selfish note, I hope they mean less of that storyline on my TV show.
Yes. You telling me no Ruby Soho on my TV? Don't threaten me with a good time, bro.
But I'm very
Uh,
happy for her. I'm hoping for a very successful and healthy baby, and everything goes great. I'm exciting. I love babies, all that stuff. It's all good
hmm.
stuff. I don't love when it's a bad storyline that I don't care about.
I understand. Um, yeah, that's good for them. I don't feel particularly too strong about either party.
Just say congrats. Damn, man.
No, actually. I don't give a fuck about you or your baby. Um, yeah,
Man,
that's whatever.
now that from happy news to sad news. NXT 2.0 original Von Wagner was released over the weekend. There was a spread out about maybe like six other releases all over from Friday to pretty much yesterday. Von Wagner was one of the names, along with Jinder Mahal, Veer Sangha, um, Xia Li, and surprisingly Cameron Grimes. We're all let go over the weekend.
That's the devastating one.
Before we get into Vanya, do you have anything you want to say about like, any of the others?
Um, Zion Quinn, it was a long time coming, nigga. Um,
Yeah. I don't know how he lasted so long as he did. You
yeah.
know, I'm surprised made the cut. I don't want to wish someone losing their job. Odyssey Jones. I don't know how he's still there.
Yeah, he's the only free agent from the last draft that hasn't got fired.
Almost was a free agent, and
Oh,
Brock is fake. And Brock is fake fired. So
um,
But
Oh yeah, I guess I stand
yeah,
corrected. Yeah, Odyssey Jones is that last well, I guess I'll narrow it down a little bit. He's the last of that NXT class that's still around
yeah.
for that NXT draft.
Xia Li for me, I think it's never good to lose your job, but I think this is a good
I
thing for
get
her
it.
because I do think she works really, really hard. I don't think anybody can take that away from her. She definitely trying. She definitely had a couple opportunities to kind of make something out of something, and it is like she never really connected. She never really got a gimmick that was working. Then when she got
Mhm.
called up, it was a weird time. Like they were used her, and they just didn't. They gave her like this really cool entrance and like this cool like build up to her debut, and then they just like stopped a couple times. So I don't know, but I feel like she might be one of the people where if she goes away for a while, picks up some stuff from like other places, I can see her coming back. Maybe a couple years. It seemed like she was really well liked backstage as well, so I could see her coming back, and I think she has potential to still be great, even if it's somewhere else, even if it's an Impact or if it's a AEW or she does indie, or if she goes to China or Japan and works over there. Um,
Meals
Gender, go ahead.
Meals said it best, bro. You're gonna be wrestling Ashley by elegance. And that's okay.
Hey, Impact a user, Impact a user. I That women's division, people have been gassing it up for a lot of years. I watched it. I'm watching the girls. It ain't that great. Like maybe I missed the golden era of it.
Nigga said they ain't that great.
I feel like Trinity was carrying that division for a minute. Low key, it was just her and Jordan Gracie. Because the rest of them girls, they ain't doing nothing over there. So yeah, I wouldn't mind. I think Xia Li would do great over in Impact if they were able to get in contact with her. So yeah, that as far as industry and gender, uh,
Them niggas need an indie run. Probably find their character out there. All three of them.
honestly, gender, I think he's had a great career in WWE. He's certainly overachieved. Um,
Mm-hmm. To At Sanga, they
Veer and
fuck with him.
Sanga,
Veer, him saying Triple H don't care about Indian people. Hey, bruh, you not even the best nigga in your group. So
I
stop right
did think
there.
I did when it was Friday, and I saw like four Asian people all get released at the same time. I was like, damn, what the that made me raise the eyebrow level. Like, what's going on over there? It was like at first I see gender,
I,
and then it was like Xia Li, and then it was like
you
then it
know
was
what?
Sanga and Veer. I was like, damn, what are they doing all the Asian people?
I didn't see that because all I saw was, oh, they really getting the trash out.
Damn. Yeah, I'm in the show. Another one where it just wasn't working. Gender. He look. I'll put it this way: he got 10 years, about 10 years worth of WWE checks. He had a good run. He could probably use his name and still work the indies and still make some decent money. So I'm not really stressing over gender. But yeah, the rest of them, I hope they find something soon, especially because like some of them are probably on visas. I don't know how that works. So hopefully they find work fast. And I believe they got rid of no non compete clauses. I don't know when that goes into effect, but
No, I think no, gender definitely is on a non-compete.
I'm talking about like the law. Like they passed some kind of bill or something. The
You be
Biden
listening to
administration.
you be passing them shits them podcasts, not me, bro. I don't know what the hell you talking about.
I just saw the headline. I don't know. But I believe the Biden administration like they just got rid of non compete clauses. Um, I don't know if it's in the future or if it starts like immediately, but I saw that, so that could go into effect. But yeah, never want to see people lose their jobs, but I think Cameron Grimes is going to be okay. I think he'll bounce back. Xia Li, I think she'll do fine.
Hmm.
And Von Wagner, which we never even got. Von Wagner.
Well, that
Um,
was to cap it off. Jesus.
okay. Well,
Um,
go ahead. You have any thoughts on Von Wagner's career?
um, I thought it was very strange that he was around, had that whole gimmick, and then suddenly he wasn't around anymore. Um, I definitely thought he had potential, but like he definitely didn't live up to the potential of a lot of the OG 2.0 folks that came around.
Well, you know what? If you like look at what they're at and look at where he was at, I can understand. I can understand why he might have got let go because all those original 2.0 guys, they're all on the bigger and better
Like
things. You know what I mean?
like
So
they're
like,
literally about to get on the main roster. They're like main roster ready.
or they're the NXT champion right now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
And and you know what? I might say something really crazy and controversial here, but you know what I really feel like kind of hindered his success?
what?
Vince not being there.
You think of the Vince guy?
Vince just loves big ass monster dudes, and I feel like Von Wagner probably would have been one of those like just monster type dudes or whatever that really got much nothing to him except I'm big. Um, but yeah, that definitely would have been his swag. Like,
You know what the crazy part about Von Wagner for me always was? Interviews all the time, wrestlers would like sing his praises about how good he was and how hard he worked,
right?
and it never translated on TV. Like I never like I'm like, what are y'all seeing that we're not seeing? Because I don't get it. I thought he was very. I didn't think he was bad, but I didn't think he was. He's very generic. Um, there wasn't much to him. Uh, yeah, I don't know what they were else what they could have really did with Von Wagner.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Nothing really connected, at least with the audience. Besides like the table gimmick he had for a little bit,
Yeah,
but
that's
and
probably the
now
best
I
thing he
feel
had
like
going on.
just in this era of NXT, they got a bunch of big boys now. He was the worst of the big boys.
Yeah. Also, they what is it? What is it? He got released and they NXT they dropped they showed us two more big niggas.
Yep, yeah, they had two more ready to go.
Like it's
That fake ass crime time they got going on over there.
was it crime time because they wear Timberlands, man?
Yeah, they running around selling jeans and Timberlands. Get your own shit.
That shit ain't
Big,
exclusive to crime time, man.
Big Bill doing that already. Big Bill be wearing the lugs though. We having we having our worker boots for real.
Wearing lugs ain't gangster, man. Stop gassing that.
He had the lugs on. Boot of the
Yeah,
week.
boot of the week is hilarious, but
You remember the boot of the week back in the day? Oh, you wasn't watching back then. What I'm talking about. These are like the lugs boot of the week or
I
some shit
remember
like that.
lugs commercials, but yeah, man, it sucks for the releases, but I think Cameron Grimes is the only release that I saw, and I was just like, damn, because I feel like with like Cameron Grimes, like they really didn't like really try.
They didn't no at all.
I really
They didn't give it a shot. They didn't even like try it. Like, they didn't even like attempt to give him a shot.
yeah, like they didn't give him like the grace or like not even the grace, but like what is it? Yeah, I wouldn't say like didn't give him the grace, but I would say like
They didn't give him anything. He would wrestle like once every 3 months and it would be a squash.
yeah,
That's all he got. He didn't get no
like
promo time, no nothing.
and like if they gave like him the same like love and care that they gave Johnny Gargano, like I think he would definitely got over way faster than fucking Johnny Gargano. Um, but like yeah, no, it's like
Yeah, yeah, that also hurt him too. I think being on SmackDown, especially that was like peak like
Bloodline era.
Roman's about to take up 40 minutes of the fucking show by
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah, niggas talking about the women getting the shit end of it. No, it was Cameron Grimes getting the shit end of it, bro.
Yeah, damn thing.
Um, yeah, no, I feel like yeah, I guess they kind of gave it the old college try, but like I don't know, they ain't try hard enough for me, bro. He was definitely a great worker that I feel
I
like
just
was he
see
even
AEW
on main
picking him up.
events and shit?
No, he wasn't doing anything at all.
That's so fucking
They
ass,
couldn't even
bro.
throw him in the speed tournament.
Oh, he would have been great on speed, bro.
You know what I'm
Two
saying?
minute cave in, bro.
Also, where
Uh,
the fuck is Cedric Alexander and Shanti Adonis?
now you want to talk about niggas that uh
Maybe they gave him a whole promo vignette. Are they even in the draft pool?
only for them to walk it back.
Yeah. Like clearly y'all had plans for it. Why you stop? You might well did it. You need more tag teams. They're breaking tag teams up left and right on Raw. Lord knows.
Hmm. Also, I don't think that tag team would be very interesting, but I don't think Shanti and Adonis is bad. I just don't think that those two as a unit are going to be interesting.
I mean, we didn't let it even like get a chance to even be a thing. See if it would work. I didn't hate. I mean, I didn't hate that little opening vignette. They are on the Friday pool. They're definitely going to be a WWE.com exclusive draft pick. They ain't getting picked on the show.
Their pick is gonna be a tweet.
It's gonna be on Saturday morning. We're gonna see it on the bump.
Can't draft it on bump is killing me.
That's nasty. Draft on the bump is nasty.
We have three more names that got
Oh man.
niggas about to get drafted on the bump is crazy, bro. Um, I don't know why that was so funny to me, bro. But get drafted. I think it's
Anybody
funny because
watching
that
that
shit is
shit?
so true, bro.
Someone's definitely getting drafted on the bump. Oh man.
Um, but yeah, I can't wait to like talk about the draft once it's all said and done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that that's it for news, right?
Let's get a
That's all
dynasty
we
talk.
got. That's
Dynasty
all we
talk,
got.
baby.
Okay. Um, I'll let you start it off. This your company, bro.
First of all, who said that's my company? I don't
It's on
understand.
you. It's on you.
It's on you, Oos. Dynasty. Brief overall thoughts. Would you did you if you were like to rate the show on like a 1 to 10? I'm gonna go strong 8.
Five.
Okay. Let's get into
Like,
it. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, something else to say.
I just I'm just gonna do the brief like overall thoughts real fast.
Okay, go ahead.
I think the problem with a lot of these shows is that these shows need to be shorter so there's a less margin for error. You get me?
Okay.
Because you having a really good like you could have a really good show, but it's constantly getting weighed down. What is it? There's like as a whole show, including like the 0 hour, you probably have like two, three notable matches out of 12. That is not a good ratio.
Hmm.
And like I get it, like some of the conversation could like dominate the others. Like, also like coming out of that pay-per-view, the most talked about thing is Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson, right?
Hmm.
But you had what is it, 11 other matches that nobody's talking about. I don't think that like I think it's good that you have a match contender on here, but like coming out of that pay-per-view, not talking about anything else, kind of stinky, bro. And I think it's a very easy fix.
Just
Not
less is
everybody needs to
more.
be on the show.
Yeah, I agree. Especially because they're doing more shows now. It's different when it was like when they were only doing 4 pay-per-views a year. But if you're doing 10 or whatever they're doing, 9, 10, 8, you don't
Hmm.
need everybody on these shows. I also agree. I mean, that's what you got like shit like Battle of the Belts for. You can make Battle of the Belts a big thing.
Like worth
Oh,
talking about. Also, don't make it like after the show. Like just have it be like like its version of spring breaking.
yeah. Just Dynamite Battle of the Belts. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. That's absolutely what it should be.
I don't know. Dynasty took place in St. Louis, Missouri at the Sheffitt's Arena. About 6,600 people attended. Let's see. If we go to the pre-show, I'm gonna briefly go through the matches. I'm assuming you didn't watch the pre-show. Um, Trent Beretta beat Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal is hometown boy, if I'm not mistaken. Trent Beretta establishing his new heel character gets the win on Matt Sydal, who surprisingly has a lot of fucking matches this year. He has like 12, 13 already. Um, Orange Cassidy and Shibata versus Shane Taylor Promotions. Orange Cassidy and Shibata win. It was
Like, come
fine.
on, son.
It's pre-show, so I'm not like it
Yeah,
was on
no,
YouTube. It
but
wasn't
I just thought that shit was silly, bro. Like
like
that shit ain't need to be on the show, bro.
Bullet Club Gold defeat the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. By far Max Caster's worst freestyle, by the way. On this, I don't know what he was trying to get off on that one.
It's getting
Uh,
worse as we go.
they get worse every week, I swear. Um, he's like trying new flows and shit. This match was decent. Bullet Club Gold picks up the win, so they have both sets of tag belts. I'd imagine that we're probably gonna get some kind of unification and just one set of tag belts at some point soon.
You would hope.
And that's kind of where the pre-show ends. We go right into the opening match, which is Okada versus Pac for the Continental Classic Championship. Really enjoyed this match. Thought it was really good. Obviously, this version of Okada is not. I mean, it's not peak prime Okada, but it's still Okada, so the match is going to be good. Pac,
Yeah.
he always has good matches, so you can do that when you only wrestle like once every 6 months. But yeah, Pac. I thought this match was really strong. I really enjoyed it. Great opener, in my opinion. One of the better matches of the night. Actually, I think it's the
Yeah.
second best match of the night, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think like this is definitely one of like the good matches on the show, and then that's why it frustrates me because like you have like one, two, three, four, five like really awful matches before you get to something good again. They need to
Yes.
stop that.
So Okada wins his first defense of his Continental Championship. Next matchup, we got House of Black versus Eddie Kingston, Mark Briscoe, and Adam Copeland. House of Black pick up the win. Um, this match wasn't even bad. I didn't think this match was necessary on this show at all. But we are building towards Eddie Kingston. I mean, I'm sorry, not Eddie Kingston. Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black, I would assume. Um,
You would hope, bro.
Also, congrats to Mark Briscoe for having a baby. So the Briscoe family continues on. He named I think his name is Mark Jamin Briscoe. I believe Jamin. Is that how you say it? Jamin?
I
Is that how
don't
you say
know.
Jay Briscoe's
I didn't
first
know he
name?
had a baby.
Oh, I just saw that recently. So
Okay.
yeah, as far as the match goes, I don't really remember much. I remember Adam Copeland getting sprayed with the Black Myths, which could lead to a character change going forward. That's usually how it goes in those situations. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. We're probably gonna get like a brood Adam Copeland. I don't even know how you do that. Um,
He stayed doing the brood shit, bro.
hey man, it's so crazy that he goes back to that so much because he was only in the brood for like maybe a year. It might not even been a full year.
It's the deeper, darker side of him. You wouldn't understand.
I wouldn't understand. It was like 9 months. It's fine though. Uh, and they don't even use the fire fucking music they got. The brood music was hard. Some of Jim Johnson's best work. Anyway, back to the match. Do you have any thoughts on this?
This match could have been on Collision main event.
This was definitely a collision main event, but they had to you got to get Adam on the card, I guess. Also, it
I mean,
ran pretty long.
he could have still been on the card, but just in the match with Malachi Black.
This match was 17 minutes long. A nothing match, by the way. One of the longer matches on the show.
Like,
Actually, not that.
did you feel that it needed to be that long?
No, but that's every Adam Copeland match I've seen for the last like 4 years.
Like,
He gonna get his
that's
he
not
gonna
a
get his
good
time.
thing.
He gonna get
Like,
his time in.
he need to go to jail, bro. Lock his
Uh,
ass up. Lock his ass up.
Willow Nightingale defeats Julia Hart in 6 minutes to win the TBS championship. I think if you listen to HO already and heard Justin's kind of whole critique of this match, is basically how I feel. Yeah, this match it wasn't hitting. Willow Nightingale was bumping for shit she probably shouldn't have been bumping for. Yeah, just kind of a really standard match. Probably didn't get enough time that it should have gotten. You could have cut some of that damn Adam Copeland match off and gave them a couple more minutes, but
Mhm.
especially because Julia Hart had been on such a run for the last kind of year, so it's kind of just unceremoniously just lose the title and then that was it in like a damn near 5 minute match. It's
Monet
unfortunate.
time.
Monet, yeah. Mercedes comes out after the fact. So we're getting to it. So that will be possibly the main event of Double or Nothing. We'll see. Mercedes
As
that
of
main
right
event
now,
spot.
it is slated to be.
So far, is the biggest match they've announced so far.
That's all they got. That's all they got.
Roderick Strong defeats Kyle O'Reilly um in defense of his international championship. I actually really like this match, but once again, this was another match where it went
M-
17 minutes and it probably could have been on Collision
Rampage.
or Rampage or Rampage. I don't think. I mean, there's heat on this match, but I don't think there was enough for this long of a match.
Hmm.
I feel like this is like match one of a series of matches they're gonna have. I would imagine. I think they should do that if that's the case, but I don't know. I did enjoy the
Hmm.
match though. I just like what the I don't know. Another one where it felt like it could have been a Rampage. But I love when Roddy gets into his backbreaker bag. Pause. Crazy. That's a crazy pause. He's like when he pulled out all the backbreakers. Um, that's the Roddy Strong I like personally. That's the one I grew up on.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think they just have good chemistry. They're very familiar with each other. Him and Kyle, that is.
When he get into the backbreaker bag is hilarious. I'm sorry.
With backbreaker bag.
Nah, like this match is cool, but like I like one, I don't think this feud was pay-per-view worthy at all.
Yeah, we just
Um,
turned on him like a week ago.
yeah, no, I can't say I get it, bro. Um, where they go, well, we know where they're gonna go from here, but like I thought this was like really weird for this to be like the one-off.
Yeah, like they're not following up on it.
Like I feel like a lot of like the Undisputed Kingdom stuff is just like a lot of like one and doneers. And why you spent so much building this faction up just to have like nothing for them after. Like I just it's just weird to me, man.
Just looking more and more like a failure once a week. And then, speaking of failures, Chris Jericho defeats Hook for the FTW Championship in a 16-minute, 34-second match. Longest 16 minutes of my life. That match was outside of the Jericho taking a couple crazy bumps. I thought the exploder suplex, the trash can over his head was crazy. No,
Hmm.
the exploder suplex through the tables from off the apron was a really cool spot, and the trash can like Saito suplex, whatever he did, that was a really crazy spot too. But besides that, the rest of it, oh yeah, free Hook man,
I don't think Young ever gonna be free, bro.
free
Yeah.
Hook. That man got stuck in the Jericho vortex. You hate to see it.
And then Jericho tried to coin it, bro.
He
Oh,
did. He
bro.
trademarked it. So that you know what that tells? That means he's self aware. He knows he's on some bullshit. He just
Hmm.
don't care.
He's just like,
And what did I tell you was gonna happen? I told you last week. I said Jericho gonna win this match because he's gonna think about just think about the heat, even though it's really just to feed his own fucking ego, so he can add another fucking random belt he don't need onto his resume.
every
The
time.
niggas don't. The niggas don't care.
Yeah. No, I thought this match was bad. I don't like the FTW matches. I think like these are like very weird. Sorry, just starting with like Jericho wanting it, like this card is like under the mid shit low card curtain jerker belt type
This is
shit.
this
Like
is this is their equivalent like the 24/7 championship. It's like it's a nothing belt. It doesn't count for anything. It's not real. I won't say 20. It's the Rock Championship from WrestleMania 30,
damn,
WrestleMania 40.
that's kind of crazy. That's kind of
it's,
that's
it's the Brahma Bull Championship. It's just some shit for like Hook to walk around with because he's Taz's
yeah.
kid. That's literally all it is.
Hmm. I excuse me. I don't get it. Or like I don't get why he like has to have it. Um, yeah, no, Jericho is just taking advantage of another kid, man. And I mean that to sound as like terrible as possible. Um, it's not good, bro. Um, Hook should really be doing something else that like benefits him.
I mean,
like and
he'll get the win back, but like, does it really matter at this point?
like Taz, that's your son, bro. You should really be in his ear, being like, "Nah, don't work with him, bro." Like, Hook gonna have to hit the that don't work for me, brother. And if Jericho complain to anybody, Taz steps up.
What Taz gonna do? Taz can barely walk.
He tells him, "No, they're not gonna fight backstage." Apparently, that's frowned upon.
Jericho known to fight backstage.
Yeah, and get his ass whooped.
Yeah, he beat up Goldberg.
Shit, he beat up MVP.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
Ah, okay, all
Uh,
right.
uh, Tony Storm defeats Thunder Rosa in a 15-minute match to defend the AEW Women's World Championship. I will say I think this is Tony Storm's best defense so far that I can remember. Um, and this also closes up the chapter between because like the other ones haven't been very good. This was the first one in a while. We're like, okay, she's really working out there. Yeah, it closes the chapter for Thunder Rosa where she never really lost the belt. Now she's lost, so now she can go do whatever she wants to go for TBS championship. I don't know, but yeah, this got
Hey,
15 minutes. So it was
sit on the sidelines, fucking
yeah,
with Deanna Peraza.
back to the announce booth. Where's she
You
about to
really gonna
go?
put it back there?
We're back right over there.
Mm,
Do you have any thoughts on the match or just anything going on with Tony Storm currently?
this shit stinks,
Her
bro.
press conference comments. Any thoughts?
No. I think it's very concerning that this is her like best title defense because I didn't even think this match was good either. I don't Mercedes turning up the TBS joint makes me really think that Tony Storm should probably go to Collision. Like it's really jarring to see how that title is being like, giving so much attention and then like Tony Storm, a lot of the Tony Storm stuff getting like zero time or like not much time at all.
I think it gets more time on Collision than Rampage. The shows you don't watch
Okay.
because she does get time and
Oh,
she had a really I really enjoyed her promo on Collision with when she had like the makeup spear in her face. It was a really good promo.
okay, so I'm
So she
right.
does get time. Yeah, but she's more so
Okay.
Rampage. Her and
I
Mariah May.
I just wanted to know that was right. But yeah, no, like keep it there.
Next up, the match everyone's been was looking forward to. Will Ospreay defeats Bryan Danielson in 32 minutes 40 seconds. I'll say this much: I know this match was good because it sure didn't feel like 32 minutes. I had no idea it was that long of a match. Damn, I didn't realize it was that long of a match. Yeah, 32 minutes. Um, Brian Alvarez would describe it as the greatest match to ever happen on American soil in
Cocksucker.
history. Um, Insane. That's a hell of a statement to say.
Damn, bro.
uh,
Gulp, gulp.
Speaking of gulp gulp, gawk gawk, whatever the fuck. The crowd was on some awesome shit too. That we're not worthy chant. Get off your damn knees, guy. Come on, act like you've been here before.
Gulp, gulp.
We're not the match didn't even start. You're talking about we're not worthy. All right, relax. This is Will Ospreay. All right. But I will say, match was very, very good. Match of the year contender. I didn't go 5 on it, but if someone did go 5 on it, I wouldn't argue. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I think it was a really, really good match. My probably the only complaint I really had, like I knew what it was gonna happen, what it was when we went into it. Will Ospreay gonna get every move off he can. That's what he does. My only complaint was the no selling near the end. I thought that was it kind of took me out of it a little bit. I didn't think there was crazy kickouts like last time or like the Kyle Fletcher match that Will Ospreay had. I thought they were kickouts, but it was more reserved and it was much more. It had more of an impact in such a big fight. Yeah, but I really enjoyed this match. Um, Maybe I'll watch it again later on this week. But yeah, I mean, outside the internet discourse, like Meltzer and them
Yeah.
all kind of just like dick riding.
Yeah, I didn't think
I
it was discourse.
it was
I just think it was just prime writing.
yeah, it was just fine, right? Um, it got a 9.72 on Cage Match. No, it was a really good match. I don't really have too many negative things to say about it besides the angle at the end. I'm over this like Brian Danielson fake injury angle shit. He's been doing this for a while
Hmm.
now. Cut that shit out, bro.
The fact that it's
It's
still
diminishing.
working.
It got in the Discord. Discord even fell for it.
Mm.
But they're really trying to get over that Tiger Driver 91 being like a really dangerous move gimmick. I don't know. That kind of like I didn't think this match needed that. Um, well, you have any thoughts? What were your thoughts on the match itself?
Um, you know, it's Osprey. He does a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily like or approve of, or um, I don't think it's not anything different. So it's kind of just like whatever to me. But yeah, the match was good. The best match on US based soil, no,
I don't even think
but
that was Brian Danielson's best AEW match.
yeah, there's that too. I thought that the match cool, but then niggas just get too hyped up on the ride.
It's the thing we go over every time when there's a pay-per-view. Everything with AEW has to be the greatest thing of all time. It can't just be really good. It can't even be like
Mhm.
great. Like I will straight up say that match was great. One of the best matches I've seen this year, easily. But why can't it just be that? It has to be the greatest match for someone like Brian Alvarez. It's supposed to be like a respected, like him and Meltzer, like supposed to be respected, long tenured wrestling historians. For that to come out their mouths 5 minutes after the match is over, not even a thought. They was like, "Yo, this is the greatest wrestling match I've ever seen in my life." Like, bro, relax. All right, like you said, I there was nothing like game changing about this wrestling match. It's just shit we've seen before. It was, but that doesn't take away saying it's a bad match. But like, it didn't like change the game. You know, like when I think of like TLC 2, like we never seen no shit like that before,
Yeah.
or Austin Brett from WrestleMania 13. Like that's a fucking like if you were to show anybody who never like even seen the concept of professional wrestling before and show them Austin versus Brett, they would understand it immediately and see how amazing like that's like a
And
perfect wrestling match. I
and this
thought
is a
this is just a
uh
lot of moves, great
yeah,
moves, great sequences. Obviously, two masters at their crafts in the ring, but it's shit we've seen before.
yeah. And then just to echo what Justin said, because I think this is a large problem with a lot of AEW matches, is that like, yes, these matches are cool, they're great, or hashtag good match and all that, but there's nothing to really gravitate towards, or there's no story. And so you can't do this match again and then have like, something built like, there's no hype for the rematch.
Yeah,
Besides,
the
oh
match.
man, besides oh man, it was really good last time.
Yeah, there's no like intrigue unless it's for a championship, which I would imagine.
I don't even think that's going to be intriguing to me because it should have like
This should have been like a
if
three-match deal, low key.
yeah,
This could have been like some kind of like 2024 trilogy of like Will Ospreay, Brian Danielson all summer.
yeah,
They, but
it had the potential to be something very special. And whenever Don Callis like mentions that like Omega and Jericho at like Wrestle Kingdom is like one of his favorite matches ever, and it's just like, oh, like you really do like one-offs. Like that being your favorite match ever with like that shit kind of having like no story besides we're both from Canada. Yeah, like I see it in your booking.
yeah,
Um, yeah, no, this like that these men can go even harder than they did before, right? So imagine if this match was probably like 25 minutes and there was just like a little bit of chicanery. Maybe Will Ospreay loses. Maybe, there's like no reason for a rematch except like, oh, I lost, or like you really hurt my neck. That's not compelling at all. And that's why a lot of these like matches here, they might be great, but they will always lose points with me, or like just remain in that like 3.5 star range because there's nothing to really sink my teeth into. Like
You
once
give
this
it
pay
three
per
and a
view is
half.
like once this pay per view is over, I'm really not going to think about this match again.
You give it three and a half.
No, I didn't. Just an arbitrary
Oh,
star
I'm
shit.
about, I'm about to say, I'm
I
like,
don't,
put it at three and a half.
I don't really do the rating thing, but no, I don't. Shit, this probably would have got like what is it, 3.75 or some shit, just something just shy of four. And the thing that would like really just bring them across that edge is like having something to really sink my teeth into. And then I'm watching the show week to week. These men aren't getting in each other's faces. Oh, Will Ospreay saying that like I want to prove that I'm the best, and like Bryan Danielson's not there to rebuttal. He's just like, either just talking to the camera or like trying to workshop or like bounce words off Tony Schiavone. That's not fire to me.
No, I thought the build was very much. It was very much a nothing build. They're
And
just backing it off the dream match aspect of it.
and it's just, but like, how watered down is the dream match statement when you come like when it comes to AEW?
They use a lot.
Um, like if there was just something for like for those segments or like just to, like really push this match over like to make it at least like something that I'm really looking forward to is to have that story that goes along with it. Like this has the potential, like this match absolutely has the potential to be like one of the like possibly like the greatest trilogies ever, whatever. And it's probably not going to be that. It's just going to be this one and done.
Yeah. I went four and a half on it. I thought it was a really, like I said, in ring. I thought it was very strong. I didn't go to five because of the reasons you said. Obviously, it just would do it. It's something missing. Like I didn't feel the way I felt about this match, like how I felt about Cody Roman at WrestleMania, which I did go five on. Because I just there was an emotional aspect to it. You know what I mean? This one,
Exactly.
there was an emotional aspect, but it's more like it was like excitement. You know what I mean? It wasn't like we were rooting for this guy to like defeat his enemy or whatever, because like they're both faces, so that didn't really make a difference. But it's just like, yeah, I like people like I can't even give it match of the year because like, bro, people were in tears when like Cody won that championship. Like they're grown men crying, the announcers crying, Michael Cole's crying. Like I like you can't like you couldn't watch that. You couldn't watch that 4 year storyline we just watched and not feel something about it. Like, from an emotional standpoint. When I watched Will Ospreay versus Brian Danielson, man, I was like, this is really, really good. But I wasn't like emotional about it. That's why I couldn't go five on it. But I can go five on Cody Roman.
Yeah. And then, people could just be like, and AEW gets like a lot of the, oh, it's just an indie, like but like this is a show that has like weekly television. You're not an indie. You cannot keep operating like an indie. You just can't. Like that's just not fire. Um, yeah, that's AEW, man. Or like that's that match. I
Next
didn't really
up,
think it was crazy.
I was already pretty worn out after that match. So the next match being the AEW Tag Team Title Ladder match between FTR and the Young Bucks. Like the first half of this match, I just didn't care. I was like on my phone, just kind of seeing people's reactions to the last match we just saw.
Hmm.
Also, it's just like it's the Young Bucks. I don't want to watch the Young Bucks versus
No,
FTR. I don't want to watch Young Bucks in the ladder match. And I mean, the match it was a ladder match. I Cage match gave it an 8.5. I went a little lower than that. I gave it like that would be like what a 4.25 on my scale. I didn't give it that. I gave it like a 3.5. I just like this is a ladder match we've seen from the Young Bucks 10,000 times. The most important part of this match was the end when Jack Perry returns to AEW um
fire.
to align with the elite. Crowd pop big for it. Um it's just what man, I tweeted about it earlier. What happened to the game I loved, man? Since when has it been cool to cheer for the nigga that got beat up on camera?
Hey, man,
What happened to the game I love, bro? Could you
bro,
imagine?
they were
Could,
calling him their savior tonight, bro.
They were calling Tony that. I think they don't think they were calling Jack Perry that.
I think that's also lame. Neither of them niggas you'll
That's
save.
that's that was both. But I told you about the time when I went to Collision and the dude stood up on his chair when Tony Khan came. He stood
Giving
up
him a
his
standing
chair and
ovation.
bro, I looked at that nigga like he was crazy. What are you doing? Down. But yeah, could you imagine that boxing match last weekend between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, where Devin Haney got his ass whooped, got knocked down like 6 times in the fight? Could you imagine people start championing Devin Haney over Ryan Garcia, the guy who won the fight? Like I like
Hmm.
it's like fucking like bizarro world over there. I like. Do you hate CM Punk that much? Y'all cheer for the guy who got beat up. That's y'all guy. That's y'all rallying around. I don't know. It's very strange. But yeah, he's aligned with the elite. I don't know where they're going with this. We'll see how it works out. Do you have any thoughts on kind of just the match itself or Jack Perry aligning with the elite?
We saw it coming a mile away. And then, you know, I talk to Justin a lot, so and we often do think the same about wrestling or whatever. But on the A show, when he said that like it's predict like AEW does a lot of predictable things because it makes their fans feel smart. Yeah. Um,
So, sometimes
it's
predictable is good. I'm not like because I think WWE is very predictable also a
but
lot of
like
times.
but these are the same people that be like, oh, WWE is predictable, so therefore it's bad. But they do like they literally do
I
the
do
thing
agree
that
there.
they do the thing that they fantasy booked in their tweets and all that, so they could feel fulfilled. Like or like AEW always like they serve their fans very distastefully, in my opinion. Um, and I just think it's boring. Like I think this lame, and I thought the match sucked. FTR, you're a bunch of jokes, but we knew that. What's next?
Yeah. Main event. Swerve Strickland finally does it. He defeats Samoa Joe. He's now the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. The match went 18 minutes. Um, it was whatever. It was like a I gave it 3.5. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like amazing either, especially
I don't
after
think
like the
it.
last two matches.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think they should have main evented.
They probably should have went Danielson Osprey to main event, to be honest.
Hmm.
Um, I would say congrats to Swerve, but I don't like that
No,
guy, so I don't I don't really
no,
have any thoughts.
no. Fuck that
Uh,
nigga. And I think like actually seeing all that stuff, like that whole discourse in like real time, and then watching him go on. I forget what podcast it was, but like him, talking about like the culture, and then like being a black wrestler, the cause, and being like, oh, don't group me in with all the black wrestlers. I thought that shit was extremely corny and lame. Um, yeah, no. You don't get to gas up being black after dismissing people that tried to prop you up for being black. Um, or trying to like, say that you are a really good black wrestler and then being like, no, I'm a good wrestler. Um, and also knowing that he's from the military, it makes a lot of sense why he a coon.
damn, the whole military.
Yeah, he a sir, yes, sir ass nigga.
Hmm.
I mean,
Hmm.
how many? I know a lot of like pro black folks that's been in the military. Like my uncle's one of them or whatever. But like that shit do breed a lot of coons, bro. Because what is
I
it?
feel you.
In the army, you kind of like, even though like there is like that sort of like, depending on like who your officer is or like your general or whatever, and nigga that you're answering orders to, everybody kind of gets treated like equally as shitty.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Everybody's the same on the same level.
Yeah, everybody kind of gets like treated equally as shitty. So it's just like, oh nah, I don't really like experiencing any like racism or whatever. And it's
That
just
yeah,
like,
that's just your brother. Like y'all all the same nigga. So I get it. I don't know.
yeah.
Um, if people are happy about it, that's their thing. I think a lot of people don't even realize like when that happened because it was kind of like I believe Swerve was still in NXT at that point.
Mm-mm. He was already gone.
He was on SmackDown already.
No, he was already fired.
He was already gone. Oh, okay. Damn, was he in AEW yet, or was he just like on the Indies?
I feel like he was already tagging with Keith Lee around that time.
Okay.
But no, I thought it was really whack for,
Yeah, that was
Black
whack.
wrestling was just like, oh, like, swerve that dude or whatever. And then, they put him on the list. And then he was just like, nah, take me off. And then it was just like, when people were like, and then he said, nah, like, and then he like took it to his own hands. It's like, man, tell me who y'all top five wrestlers. And then people were like still listing him in like the top five of like all black wrestlers. He's like, nah, 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 y'all not doing it right. And then people were saying he up there with Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega. Come on, bro.
Who said that?
Nigga, white people that were retweeting him, they was feeding his ego crazy.
No. Yeah, it was that, and then on top of that, the black and ugly thing from a couple months ago. Uh, I think that's so crazy that people are trying to like
Ignore that,
not
honestly.
even ignore it. People are like, "Oh, you like that's just a preference or something," or it's like the dumb shit people say to like justify why they like this guy. Just say you don't really care that he said that. You know what I mean? Like, why try to justify what he said? What he said in the song was bad. That he posted it was bad.
Yeah, people just saying, "Oh, it's just a throwaway line."
Yeah, like no,
You just don't say shit without like
just
kind
don't
of like
say shit like
elaborating.
that, or definitely don't post like that one particular point of the song. Why that part? You wasn't even like spazzing for real. You know what I mean? Like you wasn't like you were going crazy.
He never spazzing. That nigga can't rap.
Yeah, at least if you go say some controversial shit, at least like you going crazy with it. You know what I mean? You can get away with it. I don't know. It did. It was just I don't understand why he posted that clip. But yeah, that's the show. I know Swerve Strickland getting his crowding moment. Want to get into Dynamite? He gets right. We'll get right back to it.
Not really, but let's
Well,
go through it. It's all quick hits,
it's all quick hits. Damn.
rapid fire. I mean,
Swerve.
what is it? We normally do that, like for the pay-per-view is the main thing, and so don't treat this like I'm doing something new or
No, I didn't.
unique.
I didn't say anything. I was.
No, you because you hit the damn. I was like, nah, this is normal.
But also,
Um,
I don't read the fucking. After we do in the trenches, I don't even read the fucking syllabus.
I mean,
I'm purely off vibes at that point. But
that's your part.
but um, Swerve Strickland wrestled Kyle Fletcher in a championship eliminator match.
Hmm.
Why? I don't know. I want to point out that Kyle Fletcher is, according to my spreadsheet, Kyle Fletcher's 0-6 this year. He had not won a match not once all year.
Bro, we saw John Moxley going 50-50 with dudes not even in the company, bro. So
Why would this match even? I don't understand. This is my thing, right? I don't. Why is Swerve even wrestling opening the show? That's your new champion. You couldn't give him like a promo, thanking the crowd, anything. No, we just get right to a match. That don't matter. Um, Two, Kyle Fletcher. I think he's a fine worker. Like I don't have a problem with him in the ring. My thing is just like the dude's 0-6. We know he's not winning this match. Why is this match happening? Also, if this were a match to get Kyle Fletcher like start a push or something like that, why would you push Kyle Fletcher when you
and
have the
now Will
better
Ospreay.
version of you have the better version of Kyle Fletcher already on your roster than Will Ospreay? He literally does everything better than Kyle Fletcher. And is more over. So like, what's the point of this match? And to make it even worse, they end up going 50-50. I don't know how long the match was, but it was at least two segments on TV.
It was going 250-50, bro. Like
Bro, that's your new world champion having struggling against a guy who's 0-6 on the year. He hasn't won anything. That shit went 15 minutes.
it going 15 minutes is also crazy, but
They went 15 minutes. His match with Joe went 17.
yeah, when Don put that, yeah, like him struggling with
Like,
Kyle Fletcher, like how what does that say about Swerving? What does that say about Samoa Joe? Like matches don't like it doesn't need to be a squash, but the match doesn't need to be long either.
yeah. Especially if Kyle is not going to do anything going forward.
Hmm.
If this, like I said, if this is to get Kyle over or whatever, and we have plans for Kyle, then that's fine. But if it's just because they want to do this match because it's like teasing him versus Osprey in the future or whatever, which they might not even do at this point because it looks like Osprey has different plans. I, I don't know what's going on.
Amen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
They
Do
had
you have any thoughts
match of the year,
on
bro.
this match? Thoughts on this match?
No, I think Source sucks.
Also, let's get this out of the way. The whole show audio issues.
That was annoying.
It was a mess. The commentary was off. There's a lot of echo because they're in an amphitheater and they just like didn't like I don't know, they're giving us the wrong feedback on the sound. I don't know what they were doing.
Daily's place is your home, and you don't know how to set up your
Bro, they were doing shows there for 2 years straight.
like
It's not like it's some new place. They own the place. They were working there for 2 years straight. Damn near.
mm, makes
At
no
least a
sense
year and
to
a
me.
half. I don't know. It's always when they go there too, the shit gets all fucked up.
So stupid. Let's continue on. Um, we got Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo are like beefing now.
Something for them to do. Hey, that's fine.
Rampage. Um, Willow and Mercedes will be at Double or Nothing, and word on the street, word through the grapevine is that it will be the main event. Um, Nasty business. Um,
They better
what
show
did you?
out. I know that much.
How'd you feel about the segment? I thought that shit was ass.
Mm. I think Willow has the Roxanne. I think Dom pointed out in the Discord. Right? Willow had the Roxanne problem, or the Ivy Nile problem. She sounds too nice, even if she tried to be intense. Even like last on the show last week. I mean, on at the pay per view when she was like calling Julie like a bitch. It was like the nicest bitch I ever heard somebody call another woman. Like you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like she has the Ivy Nile not a problem where she just doesn't sound intense at all. I like Willow. I think she's a great word, but she's kind of is she too cute? Like she's just like a little like cutie patootie. I don't know. I can't take it seriously sometimes. She needs a
I
mean
can
streak.
no, because I'm gonna laugh at that harder. She can't dress and she talks too nice.
I know why Discord says you can't. I think she dresses fine. She got her own little style. She got the alt girl style going. I don't
She just shit
like
trash.
her. I've seen as far as wrestlers go. I've seen people way like wrestlers are notoriously bad dressers. So like she ain't
And
even
she
like
she
in
one
the
of them.
top 50%. No,
Oh no,
no
no,
way.
she's not top 50% and no
That's
shit
what I'm
like that.
saying. She's not even
But
like
what
she's
is it?
fine. It's inoffensive.
She Mercedes dressed worse than her because Mercedes shit's like
Mercedes be hit or miss. Thankfully for
had
Mercedes got like she just looks good like in general. So like she can get away with some bad outfits sometimes.
is like
I'm gonna look past it.
because it's supposed to be like rich with detail, but it's not. Um,
Definitely some Sheen fits thrown in
yeah,
there.
it, like it, it's supposed to look like his designer to like get over the "I be really getting money" gimmick, but everything looked cheap. Um, but let's continue. Yeah, I didn't like the promo. I don't like that. Stokely Hathaway just needs to let these ladies talk. Just let them
Yeah,
talk.
he can be very hit or miss with these little one liners.
Mostly miss, but like
I was gonna say that it's been a lot more misses than hits lately.
just let the women talk, bro. Let Willow stand on her own. Like this is her, like if she's gonna truly be main eventing these shows, like let her have her moment, let her talk. That's all. I think anything else of it. Um, I do like that. Where they are at right now is where I wish this started. You feel me?
You think Willow should have been had that championship? I don't. I think so. I
She
think
should
she should
have
have been
been
at it.
she should have been had it, and then when Mercedes comes in, cleared, this is the promo that you have. Because they talk about like this ankle thing so much, and it's just like,
Yeah,
just whatever. And I do like that, like Willow was just like, did you really think that like I did that shit on purpose? Like, and her being is like the nice persona that she has is just like, I didn't do that shit on purpose. Like, That's like that's just not me, and I felt bad, blah blah blah, whatever. And then there could have probably been like some shit like I tried to call you, but you didn't pick up the phone or no shit like that or whatever. But yeah, no, I like this promo from Willow. I feel like this is where we should have started. This should not be like week 4 of what we're doing. That's all.
Yeah. Um, I think this is the Chris Statlander who grabs Mercedes' arm or something like that, and then like Mercedes thinks it's Willow and he slaps Willow in the face. So we got a little bit of contact, a little physicality, nothing, you know.
Mhm.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Uh, sorry, throat getting a little dry. Um, Moving on, we got Mina Shirakawa. I think that's what the last name was. Defeating Anna Jay for the custody of Mariah May. Um, I don't really know what's going on
And I don't
with
think
the
anybody
story.
does. I don't think any unless you watched like Ring of Honor and like the last Stardom show. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck going on.
Like I know there
I,
used to be
I don't
like
even know who the girl is. And they still really like broken down who this girl is. I just know she used to team with Mariah May. That's all I know.
yeah, that's you got the gist of it. She used to team with her in Stardom, I think like with Club Venus or whatever. Um, but like I don't know. I don't think the story is that important.
It's not. I'm shout out to Mariah May. I do like Mariah May. Um, but yeah, I have no real thoughts on this because I just don't know who the fuck this girl is. I think they've done a bad job of really explaining who this girl. I we got the basics out the way, but like I don't know. I need more like man, I need some kind of lore, some kind of video package. I don't know. Just something explaining the history, a tweet, shit. I don't know. YouTube short, something, TikTok.
You ain't getting no tweet, brother. Uh, but yeah, I I'm not a fan of it either, but it is what it is. Excuse me. And then what is it? Why does Anna Jay instantly get back up, bruh? Like she didn't need to instantly get back up after what is it, getting pinned like that. Like Minna did her finisher and everything. Um,
We had an angle to do,
I just thought that was stupid.
and an angle to get to.
Mm. And then what is it? Tony Storm comes out to help, and then what is it? Serena Deeb comes out.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
Serena Deeb has been calling out Tony Storm recently, so that does make sense. I don't know if Tony Storm is like babyface now, or she's heel, or what's going on.
whatever. Just bring that weak bitch through so she can get whooped.
Damn. All right. Uh, what else we got going on?
The Casino Gauntlet match, which was very weird because
Yeah, they like announced it like they didn't announce it beforehand. I don't think maybe they did. I'm not sure, but it kind of came out of nowhere.
Tat,
Interesting rules too. Where like
Tat, Taz and them didn't know what the hell that was going on.
yeah, I feel like they were learning about the rules like as soon as they like. I feel like Excalibur was
Mm,
the only one who knew the rules. It's probably his fucking idea, but yeah, it was Jay White versus Dante Martin versus Penta versus Kyle O'Reilly versus Will Ospreay versus Lance Archer versus Commander versus Jay Lethal. There was like time in between each entrance coming out. I don't
hmm
remember the time. I kind of think they ever really said it, but
No,
yeah, for
what they did say was we're gonna keep sending guys out until there's a winner, and I was just like, that is insane.
no, they said they had 21 guys ready to go. So
That's insane.
I yeah, so his first fall wins. So I guess if you start it off, you have a better chance of winning the match. Osprey ends up winning it. I think once he came out, we didn't know the people prior, so once he came out, I said, "Yeah, he's winning this match."
Yeah.
Um,
Also,
he hasn't lost yet. Which so also we had to point out the winner of the match gets a title match against Roderick Strong at Double or Nothing, which is why I'm a little confused why Will Ospreay won this match because I feel like if you beat Bryan Danielson, you should be going for the world title, dog.
hmm This was Kyle O'Reilly's match to win to further that story. But guess what? We don't do story out here. Um, I don't think this match would have hurt Will Ospreay at all if he like
Yeah, he didn't
didn't
have
win
to get
it.
pinned. Yeah, he could have he could have not been involved in the finish at all,
Mhm.
or not be in the match at all. Why are we even in this match? What are you doing here?
So stupid. Like they want to have Will Ospreay on the show, but it was just like we just had him in a match or like cut a promo or
A
some shit.
huge
Like the
match,
people love him.
yeah. Yeah, he's over as fuck. I feel like this wasn't necessary for him to be in this or to win it.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so it looks like it's gonna be Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay. So I guess Roddy losing that belt pretty soon. I don't think they're gonna have Will Ospreay's first loss be against Roderick Strong. I can't imagine that. You just beat Brian Danielson.
The They're gonna have Bryan Danielson and him fighting for this mid card belt, bro.
Yeah.
It seems like all the like main AEW like belts are like truly secondary.
I don't even know the tiers of championships anymore.
They lost the plot, bro.
Adam Copeland TNT champion. I don't even feel like it.
Oh well, you a dork, so that's why I don't feel like it.
Like how that's like the least important of like the tertiary men's titles. The fact there's four
Um,
of them now also doesn't really help. There's so many of them.
what was it like what is it? The TNT and the FTW joint are like the same thing.
Damn near.
The Google Earth joint is like even lower than that. Because Roger Strong barely be on the show, barely be on Dynamite. Or the main show. Either of the main shows. I feel like he a real Rampage nigga, right?
Collision.
Uh, Battle of the Belts come out after Rampage, right?
Um, yeah.
Yeah, he a Rampage nigga at heart. Um, yeah, it's whatever. I'm moving on. The sit down with Jack Perry and Tony Khan.
It wasn't a sit down, it was a stand up. What do you mean? There was no sitting. Who sat
Shut
down?
up. But go ahead.
You want to talk about the Hobbs Moxley first and then get to the finish of the show?
Not really.
No. Okay. As far as Jack Perry comes out. He asked Tony Khan to come out. Tony Khan comes out, looks like a goof. Um, he's Jack Perry apologizes. They shake hands. Jack Perry holds Tony Khan's hand up in the air, celebration. Everybody's happy. And then he he takes a microphone, hits Tony Khan in the stomach. Tony Khan does a straight up back bump.
Hit him,
Why? I don't know. Hit him,
hit him,
hit
hit,
him,
hit him with a forward medium punch, bro.
hit a full on back bump. Um, then the Young Bucks come out. They're like, "What are you doing? That's a billionaire. Why would you put your hands on a billionaire or whatever the fuck they said?"
Hmm.
And then they look like they're gonna go for the fucking the BTE trigger or whatever they call it now. The CEO trigger or whatever it's called. And then EVP trigger. I got it. And then Okada's like, "No, no, no, don't do that. Come on, guys, you're better than that." I'm like, you're right. Then they give him the Tony Khan
Meltzer.
driver. Said
Oh,
they
I thought
changed.
it
They
was
changed.
called the Meltzer driver.
No, they changed it when they switched up their gimmick. The Tony
Uh,
Khan driver. They gave him the Tony Khan driver. Very safely. I'll give them that. They kept him very safe. Could you imagine this? When they
I
dropped
could
the
have,
thing on his head,
I could
dropped the thing on
imagine
his head.
actually.
They did it very safely. Um, I don't know why it took everybody else so long to come out, like police presence or like other wrestlers or anything. Like it took them that
Hmm.
long for them to come out. They only had with Bryce Remsburg trying to stop it. What the fuck are you gonna
Yeah,
do? Um,
I'm
so
surprised he saw it
then
happen.
right, and then yeah, then the wrestlers start coming out. And then surprise, I want to say this is his first time he's ever showed up on AEW. Shad Khan was there. He
Hmm.
came out looking very disheveled.
I thought that
Look,
was a nice touch.
look, you're fresh off a nap, low key. It's a busy week
Hmm.
for him. The draft coming up a couple days. So I think it's tomorrow. I think the NFL draft's tomorrow. Jeez,
Them niggas not gonna win shit anyway.
I'm just saying. But yeah, I did like that. I like that too. I thought that was really a nice little touch to have to make the seriousness of this. Discord didn't like it so much. Me personally, I thought that was fucking hilarious. The whole segment was great. I had a
Oh no,
blast.
no, no, no. Don't get me wrong. It is goofy. It is stupid. I did laugh. When Jimmy, because I
The back bump did it for me.
normally when we see stuff like that where they like hold the hand for a really long time,
Yeah,
they hashtag maintain risk control.
I'm thinking clothesline.
Right?
I'm thinking of close. I thought
Right?
they hit it with a boop or like a low blow or something.
When I saw the punch to the nipple, I was just like, what?
Oh man,
Was Tony Khan too scared to take the clothesline? He was gonna take the back bump anyway.
I'm gonna say you're into the back bump anyway. You might as well take the clothesline.
That's the part that had me like, uh, huh? Um, no, I thought the segment was gonna be silly and just as stupid as the what is it? Showing the footage. Um, but what is it? It's so like it's like a like you said, like you never seen somebody like cheer or somebody get their ass whooped. But like I guess it's wrestling and that happens all the time. Like niggas still cheer Cody when he got his ass whooped by Roman.
That was like a
Um
noble ass whooping. It wasn't like you started the fight and then got your ass whooped. You know what I mean? Like that was like a
no,
competitive bout.
yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But like still that's how I'm trying to rationalize it in my mind. But that nigga comes out and you're screaming, "Oh, cry me a river!" Like that's the lines that got his ass whooped.
Yeah, word. That's
And
a
then
lot of y'all
suddenly, like
cheering that.
y'all hated him, like y'all hated him until y'all saw that footage. And now that the Bucks told you that he's like the hottest free agent or blah blah blah, this and that. Oh my God, like it's real like hive mind behavior because he wasn't good as a face. He wasn't good as a heel. Y'all booed him when he got punked fired. But suddenly y'all see the footage of him getting his ass whooped, and the Bucks tell you that he's like the next hot free agent. Oh, it clicks. How? Also, I don't know why they really brought Tony Khan out there. He ain't saying nothing.
You want to get over how badass Jungle Boy is now. He beat up the
And
boss.
and then this is where like I definitely thought like I don't get me wrong, I thought the whole thing was funny, but still live long enough, you know, die a hero, live long to see yourself become the villain because now you're just doing like you're doing DX or Stone Cold Steve Austin type shit, you know. But I don't think this works here because on the show it hasn't been firmly established that Tony Khan is the authority.
I think it has. They reference him a lot.
Well, like they just say, "Oh, like Tony Khan put this match together."
He's just not an on screen character. Like we don't see him.
Like, but like
He's like Jack
you,
Tunney.
but you get what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's not like when Vince got Stone Cold Thunder for the first time.
yeah, and it's just
We
like,
would see Vince every week
mhm.
on
Like being
commentary.
like, yeah, and being like that on-screen character, or seeing him like actively fuck people over. But Tony Khan hasn't really fucked people over in the way that it makes sense in wrestling. I think he's fucked over people in many ways, but like on the TV show, that hasn't really been established. So that's why this does not work to me. Like, yes, he fired Jungle, or like, he sent Jungle Boy away for a little bit, but is that as bad as like relinquishing him of the title or like whatever Vince did to Austin, or whatever dastardly shit that he does when he's like trying to fight against DX? Like, is that really like him establishing him as the authority is not like that serious?
I think it still works because it's still him putting hands on the CEO of the company. Like that's still like inherently a bad thing a wrestler shouldn't do.
But they were cheering the nigga. That's the problem with it.
I mean, that's a whole different thing.
Like,
People like seeing billionaires get beat up.
that's the political aspect of it, but this is the good billionaire to these guys. Remember that. Like, yes, I would love to see Jeff Bezos get punched in the fucking neck or some shit like that. But Tony Khan is the this is the good billionaire thing. So like, um, yeah, to them it's eat the rich until Tony Khan's on screen. I don't know. I just think this is I think it's stupid, but I'm still gonna laugh anyway. So that's enough of like the real interpreting and analyzing the whole thing. Um, but I will say this in a positive note is that Jungle Boy is finally over for the first time ever.
He's finally
Like
over. Not
genuinely
just
over.
not just his music being over. He's over.
Yeah.
It
Um,
worked. Maybe I get my ass whooped. Maybe what I'm
hey,
doing wrong in life. I ain't get beat up enough.
I hope when he see Punk, they squash it.
Save my career. If we change that broke nigga life.
Yeah, I beat that nigga. What if Punk posted out an IG story like right now,
What if he
bro?
post that if he post that image on Instagram story?
Can I Photoshop that?
Please do. If you can.
Let me find an old
We changed that broke nigga life. Please put that on CM Punk's
hold on. I'm gonna,
IG story.
can you transition to NXT? I'm really about to get this shit cracking, bro.
Oh, I'm gonna briefly talk about Powerhouse Hobbs versus John Moxley for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Really weird match. A lot of it was a brawl on the outside, a lot of punches thrown, and then like halfway through, Hobbs like genuinely hurt his knee. You could tell he couldn't even put weight on it, and like at first, I like there was so they're clearly trying to kill time to figure out what to do. So
Hmm.
John Moxley like does like the 20 punches in the corner. So they're trying to like stall and figure out how to finish this match. So like I'm like okay, they're doing the right thing. They're gonna stop the match, but or like go to the finish. But like
They
so
never do.
he did the Death Rider and he pinned him. We went to go pin him, and then for some reason Hobbs kicked out. I don't know why. Like, what are you like? We're protecting him. He can't get pinned or something. Like, it's not like he hasn't lost this year before. It's not like he's on some winning streak. So like,
Hmm.
so instead he gets choked out instead. And I'm just like, what was the point of that? Like, why couldn't they just do the pin? I thought it was just really strange. But yeah, it's unfortunate for Hobbs, man. I feel like he just was injured last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, I believe so. Also,
Yeah.
I'm getting very close to finishing this.
So yeah, it's really unfortunate. The match ended that way. Yeah, I just hope it's not. I hope it's nothing too serious for Hobbs, and he's not like we're gonna miss a substantial amount of time. And yeah, just frustrating. I feel frustrated for Moxley too. He didn't get that his first title defense is that, and that's pretty much it as far as Dynamite goes. But yeah, definitely a pretty like just it felt kind of like you know what it felt like, low key. It felt like how the Raw after Mania was, not like the excitement, but just the way it was booked. It was kind of just like, yo, we just got to get through these days. Everybody's exhausted. We just want to get through this.
Hmm.
Um, that what it felt like to me. And then they gave us a wild angle to end the show. Um, Now we move to NXT Spring Break in week one. We start off with a very strong triple threat match between Valkyria, Tatum Paxley, and Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez picks up the win, successfully defends her championship against these two women. I kind of feel like this might be Lyra's goodbye. I don't
Wait,
want
hold
to do.
on.
I don't. Oh, good.
Before we get to that, you done playing with Tatum Paxley's name, man?
What I say?
You done playing with her name, man? She
I
fire, bro.
didn't. I didn't. All I said was, "Crazy girl gimmick stinks. It's always gonna stink. I don't care if what kind of twist you put on it, still stinks." And she's fine. All I said last week was that you said the match was really good, and I said, "What match?" That shit was 2 minutes long. There was no match.
Shit was heat.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Anyway, this triple threat match was a very good match. It got some time, and people got their shit in. Yeah, that was a really good match. A good first defense for, I believe it's the first defense for Roxanne Perez. Um, like I was saying, I don't want to do like draft predictions. I don't know, but that felt to me for a good chance, a good time to get Lyra up out of there and put her on the main roster. She's ready. She's been ready. So let's just do it.
Um, I
Game
finished
of
the
Dust
edit.
pretty good.
But no, I thought this match was really good. Tatum Paxley definitely held her own against these two people that have like significantly more experience than her. Um, I thought it was great. Like I had a lot of discussions with people about like what would be happening to like the NXT women division post draft because at first it was like whatever. Like this was like post stand and deliver pre stand and deliver, so we didn't really know what people were going to be doing. But like even after stand and deliver, a lot of the women have been just kind of just like either getting back into like or like the people that thought would like branch off to other things are going back to like the same thing that they were doing before stand and deliver. Like Thea Hale still has like unfinished business with JC Jane. They never had the one-on-one, but like still. Um Fallon Henley just seems to be along for the ride for that. I think she's getting drafted. Um what is it? Kalani Jordan's not really doing anything. So Ruka,
You think Fallon Henley's getting drafted? I think she's gonna turn heel.
I mean, after she just lost to Jada Parker, yeah, I think she's out of there. Um, what is it?
I can see her sticking around.
Oh, I wouldn't mind, but the fact that she's just been kind of like spinning her wheels and not really getting into the weeds of anything. Yeah, and like
Well, no, she's been involved with the Mean Girls.
no, she's involved with the good girls. Versus the
No, I
mean
mean
girls,
she
but
she had a beef with the. That's what I'm saying. She was involved like in like a feud with the Mean Girls. Is what I'm saying.
what is that? I feel like they didn't she get her win with against Kiana James and Izzy last week or like a few weeks ago?
I don't remember.
It
It's all
was
a
a few
blur.
weeks ago. Like there's really nothing left to that story besides Thea Hale and JC Jane really getting into it. But just to go back to my other point, um I think that Tatum Paxley is definitely going to be a really good like player. I'll go with that. In the NXT women's division when like a Roxanne, Lyra, a lot of these other, these other 2.0 women, you know, go up. That's all. Just high praise for Tatum Paxley.
Mm-hmm.
And then Roxanne retains. Um, moving on,
I don't know what the hell Roxanne about to do.
be NXT Women's Champion.
So is So Ruka next up next? You think
She
for
could be.
her? I. But then that other belt's coming in soon too. So I don't know I don't know what's going on.
That's Kiana James belt to win, unless she get called up.
Yeah, James. No, I think so. I think you get So Ruka first.
But that bit. Um,
Excuse
looking
me.
forward to it though. Um, shit, nah, fuck that. That's Lola Vice title to win, baby.
I don't be mad
Um,
at that either.
Tony D'Angelo defeats the No Quarter Catch crew for not paying their debt. Um, match was cool with me. How you feel about Cristofino?
Mm, this
No
guy.
thoughts?
No,
I mean, he was.
not really.
I mean, he was in the match.
Yeah, he just standard wrestler. He didn't do anything really amazing. He just there. It's a lawyer.
Okay. Um,
I don't really know what to say about Luke Cristofino. Yeah, I don't did not much to him.
it seems like Tony D'Angelo is going to be going after the Heritage Cup thing, and my nigga, how you beat Noam Dar and then you lose instantly, nigga. Looking forward to the match though. I know I don't really like a lot of these Heritage Cups matches, but I think that Dempsey is going to do it a lot differently. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think
Well,
Tony D'Angelo is a really
it's
good wrestler.
anybody. It could be Miles Bourne or Sean.
Uh,
I'm gonna call him Sean Kemp. A fucking Damon Kemp, not Sean Kemp.
yeah, I think Tony D'Angelo could beat Sean Kemp ass, right?
Sean Kemp, a big boy. You know about the
Hey
basketball
man,
player of the Seattle SuperSonics? Or you know about Damon
yeah,
Kemp?
both.
He
Um,
beat on the damn Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp, a big nigga.
Next, like we mentioned, we Jada Parker defeating Fallon Henley. I don't get this match. Um,
What don't you get?
why she lost. Um,
Jada Parker,
lo-
low key. I think she has a winning. I think she's her record. Let me check real quick. Jada Parker
um,
is
like the boys didn't even get involved, and I was really hoping that this match would be what gets the Rednecks back together because I sorely think they all need to get back together. But like OTM didn't even get involved at all. She like lost kind of clean, like clean as
yeah.
shit.
I mean,
So it's just
hey,
like,
maybe we're getting a Jada push. It's time.
is it?
I don't know. I mean, like, look, she keeps going. She's going viral every week. She is getting better. I think she's getting more comfortable out there.
Getting viral with the horn
Um,
dogs every week, bro.
hey, look, NXT. What you want? She's getting eyes. I think fuck it, might as well. Also her ponytail coming off in the middle of the match and her just yanking it off at the end was really funny.
Fire. That
I'm
that that's the
amazed.
that's the blackness I like to see.
I gotta figure out what is Bianca doing. Her shit, I ain't never seen her shit come out, and she be yanking on that. They be having spots where people are yanking on it.
Is I think probably because it's braided.
Yeah, but I
It's
mean,
probably like
it's braided around her ponytail. You know what I mean? Like it's the same. It's the same. I'm not a hair expert, but I'm pretty sure it's like the same method that she's doing with
I don't know no I don't
Jada
know
Parker
no
is doing.
I don't know shit about no clip on, bro. So I'm gonna stop right here.
We're in women's business. We are in black women business right now.
Dude, yeah,
But
this is for the women in STEM, bro. I don't know what's going on here.
but yeah, no, she ate that shit off and just threw it on the ground. Like, that's fire.
Yeah, no, I thought that was badass. I ain't gonna lie. Next we got Sol Ruka and Blair Davenport in a beach brawl match. I thought this was very fun.
This goofy ass
Um,
match.
yeah, like Blair Davenport, this like mean, kind of like serious girl as she is, and then Sol Ruka does like what would we call this shit? Like a face buster into like a kiddie pool with silent balls in it. I thought that shit was so
Bro,
funny.
she did a stole snatch on the boogie board, bro.
Fire.
Oh man.
Sol Ruka's great. I'm really glad she's back, and
I'm a big fan of Soruka, man. I'm
and I
all in
like
on Soruka.
I like Blair too, but they need to find. I feel like they need to find like
They don't know what to do with Blair. They've done nothing with Blair for
she need a
till
gimmick.
it
That's
would
not just I mean.
I think Nikita getting hurt really fucked her over.
I fucked a lot of things over,
I think
honestly.
Nikita getting hurt really fucked over Blair Davenport.
Yeah, but I think Sol Ruka is like kind of a better baby face than Nikita Lyons. So I don't know. This should be working, but it's not. Well, it's working for Sol Ruka at least. But yeah, I like Blair, but we're gonna figure out what's going on with her soon. Um, the only thing that I have to say about Lexis King versus Baron Corbin is Baron Corbin back tattoo looks cool.
Allegedly, he's getting called up. So yeah,
Mhm. And then before we talk about the main event, we have the contract signing for NXT Underground, under the underground.
hey,
Carmen Petra.
am
Oh,
I
go ahead.
bugging? I thought you were.
No, no, go
I
ahead.
was
Go
saying,
ahead.
am I bugging? They could be turning Lola Vice face pretty easy,
Oh
like
yeah, no,
soon.
people.
I because the crowd wants to cheer for her. They like her a lot.
Yeah, they horny as hell. That's why.
Yeah, too.
Them
The
boys
crowd
be
really like
barking.
if they want to, they could maybe face her tomorrow or next week or whatever, and I think I'd be fine with that. I think that she's that over at this point.
I think that if they really want to turn this shit up, and Shane ain't really doing nothing, so after this match, Lola Vice get kind of a little too feisty or whatever, piss Shayna off a little bit, and then that's what branches on to her next feud, her versus Shayna.
That could be a possibility. Honestly, that could absolutely happen.
That's how I would do it. But yeah, this contract signing here, we got Natalia coming out with Carmen Petrovic. Lola Vice comes out, and then she's just like the person that's gonna be in my corner, the baddest bitch in NXT, the big dog that ran this shit. You hear me? Shayna Baszler comes out, and then when it gets to the brawling, she get knocked out in one kick. I said, this is not who I want in my corner.
Cooked her ass.
You getting cooked up by the by a rookie, bro.
I mean, she a karate black belt. I think she nice with it.
Shit, you gotta show me you nice with it kayfabe wise, not real life, bro. Oh, I'm not watching your karate matches. You feel me? Like, um, but I thought it was cool. I like those. I love Raw Underground. I like NXT Underground. I like all, pseudo shoot fights. So shit cool with me.
I'm
And that's
still a
happening
little
next week,
upset.
right?
Yeah, I'm still a little upset they didn't do the heart dungeon.
You wanted it
The-
in the basement in Calgary,
yeah,
bro.
I need that. I need the same exact basement. I wonder if they still own that property. And musty. That basement probably smelled crazy. It's musty. No ventilation down there.
You're probably
Nasty.
right. Okay, so throughout the main event, I mean throughout the show, we have a lot of cameos coming out.
They were laying on
To
heavy tonight. They're like, this is gonna be a big deal. Everybody tune in. It's a big deal about to happen.
Yeah, like if you didn't know that Trick Williams was gonna win this, then you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Um, what is
Clearly they
it?
did. We saw the quarter numbers.
Oh, what
People
was it for
tuned in.
this?
People tuned in for the main event.
What was the plus percentage for this one?
I believe it plus 10. Let me check real quick and see if I can briefly look at it.
Oh,
I want to say plus
motherfucker.
10.
Y'all niggas lucky I don't like to scream in the mic because let's go.
But yeah, no, it was one of NXT's highest overall ratings in some months, some time. Okay, I found it. The main event was plus 9, then the overrun was plus 4. So it went from 650 to 7, so about 100,000 um
Okay, I'm
altogether
looking at it right now. Yeah.
by the end
Um,
of it.
hey man, there's a lot of green greens on this bit.
Yeah, no, I thought this episode was pretty good. Um,
Yeah. Was it they got more viewers for the women's match? Sorry, let's not talk about that right now. But throughout the show, we have a lot of cameos coming out talking about the match. My favorite cameo of the whole thing was Johnny Gargano telling Shug Williams like, "It's your time, man. Let's get it cracking, boy." Um, the Tyler Bate one was also really funny. There was another one. I think
Damian Priest
that was a really good one.
pulled up on Dragonoff. That could be a tease for something in the future.
I would love to see it.
Me too.
Um, the Creed brothers, them coming out and then saying whoop that trick. I was just like, y'all gotta stop.
That's their man's. You
That is
seen
their
Julian
man's.
Creed in the video. I look
Yeah.
good looking wrestler. I ain't trying to stunt.
What is it? Booker T said he gonna sue his ass for doing his ad libs, bruh. But Booker sue happy, bruh.
You playing?
Do you need some money? Um, the match itself, this shit hard.
Yeah.
The bookend to the table.
You know what? I like that spot, but you know what pissed me off?
Them niggas got right
Dragonov got
back
up.
up.
Yeah, Dragonov got up first. Nigga, you the one who went to the table. Why you get up first? That really annoyed me when I watched that. Because it was like
He
it was definitely like, oh, we gotta do the spot and get to the next spot immediately. Like we're running out of time. And you know I
but
know they're running out of
yeah,
time?
because the
Because
refs
when
screamed that shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
when Trick Williams was celebrating when he won, you could hear the referee say, "Yo, you got 1 minute." Well, he was trying to get Dragunov out of the ring. He's like,
Hmm.
"Yo, you got 1 minute. You got 1 minute. You got 1 minute. Get him
Yeah.
out."
When Ilya wanted to pass him the title, he was just like, "Do not stall this. Hurry up."
Yeah, get the fuck on. Let's go. We got a minute. So yeah, I think they
Yeah.
definitely rushed the ending,
I
which kind
think
of hurt it a little bit for me. But besides that, I really enjoyed the match in the crowd. The pop when Trick Williams won, dog.
mhm.
That camera shot of the fucking room shaking, that was perfect. I was like, yo, they see WWE knows how to fucking do that, like on the fly. Like they know how to capture something like in that moment. They're really, really good. I think they're very underrated at that. Like people don't really
Mhm.
give them credit for that. That like the fucking camera shaking, that shit was perfect. They like it encapsulated like everything like we wanted from this. It was like the build up this since fucking December of last year to
I
now. To
I think I might watch this again before I go to bed.
no, a really good feel good moment. It was like Cody finished the story junior. You know what I mean? Like this unstoppable force, and we've seen this guy who was kind of like, can he even do this?
Yeah, no.
And then to see him win it, and just like we watched this guy from day one when he was just Carmelo's sidekick. Even Vic Joseph's call at the end when he was just like from sidekick to champion, like that was just like some real cool shit, bro. Like that's
Um,
what makes NXT what it is. Shit like
there,
that.
there's somebody I wanted to shout out actually. What is it? I'm gonna make sure I get his name right. Dre Horizon. Shout out to you.
What he say?
When he was celebrated just being like everybody that was here from 2.0 from the beginning, stand the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
You come on, man.
That's the reward we got for fucking sitting through a lot of bullshit. That's some bullshit.
The rounds match to this, bro.
I still stand on the rounds match. I saw the vision. I see what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I did. Um, nah, this was really great to see. Like it, this is a
It's
real
rewarding,
feel.
man.
Yeah, this
That's
is
what rewarding your audience feels. You know what I mean? You get shit like that.
building a story, having rematches, creating doubt between you know, the hero's journey.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I've been saying that a lot this week. It's just like, yeah, he went through the hero's journey, and yeah, this is the very rewarding part of it. And I do think that like with a lot of the people that were like around NXT this week, and what is it? I know this shit might be crazy, but Trick versus Karrion Cross, I think like I know this doesn't sound ideal for a lot of people on paper, but I do think that like somebody experiences Karrion Cross is a good person for Trick Williams to face. And we know that Trick can really hold his own on the mic for the most part. I don't know. Versus like main roster people might be a little bit shaky, but like against a lot of people in NXT, he cooking ass. Um, but like, yeah, the promo battle, I think Karen Cross is a very decent promo. So
Yeah, no, I agree. Plus,
so like,
they do the little vignettes. They're really good vignettes, which you can kind
mhm.
of get away with on NXT. I feel like
Yeah, no, it's a perfect place to do that.
yes, you can get off your vignettes off on NXT.
So yeah, I think that's a perfect place for Trick Williams to do his thing. What I really thought was really good is that like there's no real animosity between these two. Like
No,
I
that shit
think
was a definitely like a professional respect. It was like
yeah, like
you know
respect.
what you know what it reminds me of to go back to something we talked about last week.
Mhm.
It's like Drake and Kendrick. Like they made
Boo! I don't want to talk
even if
about
they
this.
hold on,
Boo!
hear me out, hear me out. Right? Let me land, Cyrus. Right? So like when I'm listening to these Drake disses towards Kendrick, it's never really like malicious. It's just like you can tell there's still some respect there. And, I feel the same way with like uh Trick Williams and Dragunov, where like you could, I mean, they trade up to, like hugged in the middle of the match, which I thought was fucking ridiculous. They like dapped each other up and hugged, but like there's like a respect there, but they still want to beat the shit out of each other. You know what I mean? Like Dragunov ain't gonna fuck around. He
Mm.
willing to die for this shit, no matter who he's against. You saw what he did. You saw what he willing to do against Stax Lorenzo.
Hey, he did what he needed to do, bro. He need to do that shit for Dragon Lee, bro, because I still don't see that fucking vision. Um, yeah, no, man, this was fantastic for real. Like this is a great feel good moment for Triple Williams. I'm very excited to see how far this title reign goes. Um, I can't wait to talk about the draft next week. I'm, really talking about where people landed and stuff like that. Um, Yeah, I want to end this episode so I can watch, so I can watch before I go to sleep. I need to see it one more time. Like, I really thought this match was like something else for real. Like, it might not be like match of the year or no shit like that, but like, this is a
Great moment of the year.
yeah, this is a very satisfying moment. Like, mm, when this is already on like the year end, like, this is good shit.
Yeah. This is definitely one of the like it wasn't so much the match, even though the match was good. Like the match wasn't no slouch of a match either, but like this was about the that moment. We were all looking for it. They made it feel like a big deal all week. They've been talking about it. And they delivered, which is all we really asked for. And I think
Hmm.
shout out to Dragonoff, who I think is clearly out of there. He declared for draft already, so he's definitely out of there. But like what he was able to do, and kind of like he took that main event scene of NXT to that next level. Actually, you know what? I want to give a shout out. You know what really changed NXT for the better? When all the UK guys and girls came over, when they
Hmm.
gave up on fucking NXT Europe and they said, you know what, fuck it, bring everybody to America. That was that's when NXT changed for me. That
Hmm.
was that was the turning point, and I think ever since then, Dragunov led the way in that. And I just think really great run for Dragunov, and I'm really excited to see what he does in the main roster. I think they have big plans for him. They should. They'd be idiots not to.
Hmm.
I can see him in Imperium after Monday. After how Monday ended,
Dog, we waited for Vinci to come back just so he could get smoked and get packed up.
I need that gimmick
Jesus.
back too.
Pointed at the
The
camera.
the point at the camera joint. I need that
Hey,
back.
hey,
I don't even
Trick
know how you get
Trick
to that. I don't know how you get to that, but we need that.
Trick Williams versus Vinci?
I can see him going back to NXT.
Who says no?
I can see
Uh,
that.
who's North American right now?
Obafemi.
I don't want to see him versus Obi Femi. Uh, Never mind.
I think he can get. I think he'd be able to get a good match out of Oba. I think he's a really good worker. He is very kind of generic though. He definitely needs like an over the top gimmick to like get this shit over. Like he's bald. You know what I mean? Like he ain't got like he had no real distinct look. Like it's tough when you're bald. You don't have like you're like every man. You know what I mean? Shout
Hey,
out to the bald listeners we got. You know what I mean? Can't relate.
actually, no. Um, Fuck out of here, ball nigga. Um, you seen that TikTok? That shit just stuck in my head. Um, all right. Now that a lot of oh wow shit, we're gonna have spring breaking too. I
Just
really
a little
do
bit.
want I do want to do the rewatch of like the first 2.0 episode, but
We can do
like
that any other time. I'm not worried.
yeah, I
We'll
know,
figure
but it's
that
just
out.
like it's like we planned that, and then it was just like, all right, no, this is Dynasty week. Now it's spring breaking week. Now it's about to be spring breaking week too. So, once shit slows down, we'll do that. Because I've been dying to like do it. But all right, that is it for our show. You should subscribe to us on Patreon, patreon.com/the A Show RNC. You can also follow us on Twitter at the A Show RNC. You can follow Quan at the Comeback Spot. You can follow me, Cyrus, at Cyrus on TWR. Everything is in the show notes, all our socials, all the Patreon, all that jazz. We will see you guys next week. I hiccup.